Welcome everybody to Nevermind Podcast episode 3. How are we all doing out there? Doing good?
Are you asking me or are you asking
Yeah.
them?
I'm asking everyone.
You said that everyone out there.
Yep.
I'm not really out there. I'm in
You're
here.
right. Today we have our first guest.
We do.
Hello.
Today we have Cal Haya. Very exciting.
Anyone from my channel knows her a little bit.
A little bit.
But I think everyone who comes to your channel just comes to see
Of
or
course.
That's
hear,
pretty
hear her
much it.
voice.
My channel is actually just me playing video games and everyone being like, Cal Haya
Where's
here.
Cal?
Yeah, where's Cal? I'm here for Cal. So today we're going to be talking about a little bit more about E3, and we're going to be talking about conspiracies.
Mhm.
I think we'll just bullshit from there.
Yeah.
Doing a And-
I feel like you started with a really strong plan there and then it just like descended into chaos.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about E3. We're gonna talk about some conspiracies, and we're gonna talk about some other stuff.
Other things.
Other things.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we should do like a.
My eyeball. My eyeball.
I feel like we should do an ambush interview
Oh my god.
On Cal.
What?
on Cal. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
First guest, we should ambush interview them.
Okay. I'm ready for the questions.
Dude, I love ambush interviews.
Your mic drops your voice when you pull away. Okay. So I'll stay right here. Can you guys hear me now pretty well? Can you hear every word? Let me know in the chat.
Yeah, doing a 3 mic setup is the world's scariest thing. If you guys are wondering why we're late, it's because I don't know if you've ever tried to podcast in your life. Using 3 mics on cardioid, I think it's cardioid, 3 cardioid mics, trying to find the cone pattern for your voice, syncing it up to 3 people with noise gates to avoid echo, and you're still gonna get some echo if I get too loud. Like if I talk like this, or
If I talk like this,
if one of us gets too loud or we talk over each other, you'll get some echo as the noise gate breaks. I know that you can do some master slave compressions, but that's a little over my head as a makeshift audio engineer, so I'm working on that.
I know it doesn't look like it, but this is a amateur podcast. I mean, I know it looks sexy as fuck. It looks like we're just pouring money out of our pores. But really, like we're I mean, I got like a cheap Yeti, got
Yep.
C920s.
But we have the volume knobs all in front of us on boards and such. So if one of us is too quiet, if one of us is too loud, if you guys are getting too much of any one person and not hearing someone else, just put it in the chat. We'll read it. We'll fix it up.
You look
Yeah,
ghostly.
I look ghostly.
Oh,
You look-
fluffy.
You do look a little ghostly. You're a little blue, a little pale,
I'm a ghost.
fluffy with a ree.
That's hard to do. I
Dude,
can't even.
it is
That was
hard.
still pretty good. Like the kid that sounds like Iron Man. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is really good.
That's
Oh,
really on
hello.
point. I think that did I accidentally
That
am I
hurt.
accidentally dating the kid?
Maybe,
What?
maybe you
I
are.
am not a child. That'd be a little weird. So
So-
that 27-year-old man date a child.
Dude, I don't like
That'd
that.
be weird.
I don't like that our arms are like reaching out to each other.
I know,
stubbly.
right?
Like our
I'll do
arms,
this.
like-
Okay.
No, it just looks weird the way our arms were stubbly reaching for each
Yeah.
other.
We're literally all on the same couch.
Like you're
so-
one person. Yeah, we're on the
Yeah,
same couch.
Like, hi.
That's why the noise gate is so
And
important.
we actually fixed the webcams this time.
Yes, that you did.
Don't follow those guys. Follow these.
Must-
Follow
Oh
these.
yeah,
Musty
follow
Bruce's
me. Follow me
kid-
on Instagram. I have a lot of beautiful pictures of myself.
Every once in a while you post a butt picture.
Yeah,
Every once in a blue
while.
moon, just a
Every
nice
once in a
ass.
But
while.
only for 18 years and older.
It is. I think
Just
there's
kidding.
only
I'm
one
just
on
kidding. I have
there.
other things on there.
I like how
Jesus.
Musty Bruce says, "King Cord, can you move 1 foot closer to the sun, please?" I can do that. I actually spent all day outside, and you can't really tell by I'm sunburned.
Oh wait, am I too loud?
Are you? My ears! Holy shit, Nix! Shut the fuck up!
Of course,
Wait,
Fluffy.
is it me? I'll bring me down. That's what I mean. Let us
Mm.
know, guys. If am I too loud compared to everyone else?
I mean, you're in the same room as me, so I can't really tell.
I know. I need to. Yeah. I'll bring me down. Oh wait, did I win?
Did you
Oh,
win?
wait, who won the conspiracy?
Non-believers are not having it. If you want to get research,
It didn't.
you need more
It-
people.
It went
we
crazy.
didn't-
No one is listening to you. No one is
Oh,
taking you seriously.
We all lost.
You
Shot
lost.
straight in the skull.
100%
What
off.
a Nix it bot.
Okay, what about this ambush?
All right. I think
What's
we're
this
good.
ambush? we're doing?
Ambush. Well, we gotta
Usually-
get through our other stuff
Yeah, usually
first.
you do it at the end. It's you don't listen to a
Yeah.
lot of podcasts.
No, I
But
don't.
Yeah.
traditionally, who does the ambush interview where they ask like 5 random questions right at the end?
Oh, God.
I think sometimes Rogan.
Yeah, I thought it might have
Rogan
been
does it
Rogan,
sometimes.
too.
I think.
But basically, they pop off like multiple like you have to like oh you know who might have done it when I was listening was the one with the guy from Black Flag.
Oh no,
Black
I know who
Flag?
you're talking about.
Oh,
The guy
yeah.
from Sun. That was
The guy
on
from Sons of
Sons. Yeah,
Anarchy.
I don't
Yeah,
know
who
his
played the
name.
Nazi?
He's super
He did
famous.
play a
Why can't I think of his
Nazi.
name?
I think he normally plays a Nazi.
But
doesn't
he's
he?
super nice.
kinda
Like,
He
looks
is. In
not
real life,
like-
he's really nice.
Yeah, he's not a Nazi, but he looks
What's his
like
fucking
one.
name?
I can't
I can't remember either.
We're bad. We have
Somebody
no
Google
culture.
that. Somebody Google that
Cultureless.
guy's name.
Yeah. But basically, like an ambush one would be like we'd get you feeling warm and fuzzy by talking about things you want to talk about.
Oh.
Like you like maybe plug a thing or two, and then at the like towards the end would be like, okay, so what about that one thing that happened? You know, like that one post, that weird post that nobody agreed with.
Oh.
Or like, oh, I heard that you're really into watching pig porn or some shit like that, you know? Like,
See, I would never plug anything on stream, but if I would, it would be use code Nixon for 20% off Insane Labs.
Insane Labs. Don't forget to use King Cord 1 at
The whole entire screen.
stands online. You can get 20% off your next stand that you're gonna buy.
People are gonna go there. Don't do that.
All I have to
Stands.com.
offer is my beautiful face in this awesome Sugalite shirt.
Oh,
Sugalite.
she's
My
like, all I have to
Sugalite
offer
shirt."
is my Sugalite shirt.
All I have to offer is my Sugalite shirt.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna be talking about E3.
Yeah, there's still because our last podcast was after only day 1 of E3.
Yeah.
So-
EA, right?
And we didn't
Yeah, it was
really
after-
have much to go off of.
Okay, yeah, and because all we had that day was EA, and who wants to talk about E EA?
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about EA today because that was just like super cringe.
It was the only one that we had seen so far.
Well, I watched Bethesda's after our podcast because we thought it was during the time that we were streaming. We thought it was at noon,
Yeah.
but it was really live streaming at like 7:00 that night.
Oh, okay.
So, and I watched it live.
How'd you feel about it?
Sunday night.
Bethesda.
I was pleasantly happier than I thought it would be. So I would say, because they told us exactly what Fallout 76 is, and it
Right.
wasn't my worst fear. So
It's funny. So like when I bought my PlayStation 4, the fourth one, I got the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Special Edition, and I think it came with Fallout 4 like just for free. And I played like the first like part of it, and I got to like this town with like the police, and I tried to like hack a computer, and I couldn't do it, and I was like, fuck this game.
Fuck this game.
And I never played it. Like I love the concept of Fallout, but I just got too
I'm
frustrated.
sorry. Your custom Black Ops 3 came with a Fallout 4 copy?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
I don't
right.
know why.
That sounds
I don't know
weird.
why it did.
it wasn't you.
Like it came with like obviously Black Ops
All
3.
new
but it also
Gears of
came
War
with-
Xbox comes with a copy of
I don't-
Nintendo
well,
Dogs. Like, what?
Fallout had just come out when it like when
No,
that
I know,
whole
but
thing
Yeah.
came out.
what? Usually they give you the game that was like,
Like Black Ops 3.
Yeah,
with the console. That's weird.
I love
Yeah,
it.
But
anyways,
you're
that
like,
happened.
I'm gonna try hacking this system, and I was like, you're not
Yep.
smart enough. You're like,
No,
fuck this game.
I literally couldn't understand it. And then Nick's TJ, one of Nick's old friends, like tried to explain it to me on how to do it. And I tried to do it his way, and I was like, I don't understand this.
It's kind of funny because like the hacking to me, I just thought it was like random. Like you pick whatever one, but
you
like
just
I
keep
guess there
picking.
is like a way to do it.
I
But
guess I'm just too dumb because I didn't understand it at
Well,
all.
how did you guys feel about Fallout 76 so far?
so I watched the Bethesda 3. And it was actually kind of funny because they like when they first announced, everyone's like, oh, they're gonna be talking about Fallout 76, but he comes out and he's like, Bethesda's got some great news for you guys, and they're all like, oh yeah, what is it? And they're like Skyrim, and everyone's like, what? It's like is now
God.
on a new console, and everyone's like, are you fucking
We
kidding?
even talked about that a little last podcast.
Yeah, but here's the funny part because I think it was like Keegan or Peele, one of the guys from
Yeah.
Keegan and Peele, did the video for Bethesda, and it shows he's like reaching for the Nintendo Switch, which was like the last one that Skyrim got onto,
Right.
which was the last E3 that they announced. Was like
Right.
Skyrim's on Switch now, and everyone's like, "What? Are you fucking kidding?"
Yeah.
But so he reaches for that and he goes nah, and then he reaches for an Xbox controller and goes nah, and then he goes, he goes, he goes, Alexa, where am I? And she goes, you are standing in front of a mountain. Would you like to climb it? And he goes, Alexa, climb the shit out of that mountain.
Oh my
And because you've successfully climbed that mountain, but now you're like facing an enemy, and he's like, "Do a swing attack with my sword." It's like you've done 30% damage. He's like, "Yes." And then his wife comes in and like interrupts and all that shit. So like the joke was that they put it on like the fucking Alexa
Yeah,
or
like
They could have fucking
Amazon
afforded it
thing.
on VR. They got like Alexa over
yeah.
here.
Well, they have it. I think they have it on
it on
VR.
VR.
Yeah, they
Oh,
have
do they?
and they have Fallout.
Yeah, the whole joke is they won't stop putting it on
Oh my
everything.
God.
Yeah, so it was a big old joke, and then everyone's like, okay, so it was a joke, but what are you, like, seriously, what are we going to talk about? And he's like, okay, you all fucking heard about Fallout 76, let's fucking get into it, right? And so he starts showing it, and one of the theories is that they were going to try to get into the Battle Royale,
Right.
and that was my worst fear, was, like, if they were going to make a Battle Royale version of Fallout. But another fear that most people were having is that they were going to make an online game like Elder Scrolls Online, because
Right.
Elder Scrolls Online like kind of tanked.
Well, it depends on who you ask, but I mean, I
Right.
guess you could say that.
I mean,
never played them.
I think generally people would say like it's not as good as their other game.
Well, it's not meant to be. It's
Right.
Like that's it's like when it's the same thing with Final Fantasy. Like when Final Fantasy made their MMO, like
Yeah.
it's a different game. It just takes
Right.
place in the universe. Like it's not part of their story arc.
But basically, what they said was like, okay, so this is going to be online,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be a bunch of servers. It's actually going to be all on one server, so everyone will play together in this town of West Virginia, and you can either play solo or you can play with a bunch of people. So it's kind of like how, like Far Cry.
Yeah, Far Cry or
Where like you can
Borderlands
just play
or-
the game, and then if you decide you want to do online, you can just switch over to online. And all of a sudden, there's some asshat
Right.
trying to steal your helicopter. you know?
Exactly.
Never mind.
Well, a lot of games have done that format.
yeah.
Borderlands, Fallout,
Yeah,
Far Cry,
The Dying Light game that we
Dying
played.
Light, really a lot of
yeah,
them
and Dying
have
Light.
that.
So yeah, so that was pretty much like, and I liked it because did
Yeah.
you guys hear about Minecraft
No,
2?
well,
I did not
so
hear about
there's-
Minecraft
It
2.
was like a new thing. It's like Minecraft. They started releasing adventure maps. So like Minecraft just released Minecraft Aquatic Adventures, and like you can like it's like you actually have like a thing to do. Like it's not just like
So it's like
sandbox.
Minecraft in the water.
Kind of, but not exactly.
Like, how's that any different from like Minecraft story mode?
It's more like that. Like it's an adventure map, kind of like when we first all started the game, we all kind of like building our own levels.
Yeah.
That kind of idea, but you play through the built level.
I don't really play Minecraft. I mean, we did
I
a
haven't
lot
played
when
anymore.
when
Yeah,
you and I
when
met,
we
but,
first
like,
got
Yeah.
no,
When Minecraft was alpha and beta, that
they
was
got
where I
kind
was
of
at.
stagnant. Like they stopped adding things that anybody cared about.
Yeah, I mean they're still adding shit, but nobody cares about it anymore.
Right? Like I don't give a shit if there's scorpions and horses, dude. I
yeah,
don't give a shit.
like I
about
don't care
scorpions.
if there's like a village of fucking Squidwards around. Like
Right,
fuck
like,
off.
You gotta. The things that we all want are like when they added the new Ender Zone. That's the kind of shit
Yeah.
we want. We want to go to new zones.
Yeah.
More portals, different types of
Yeah.
exploration. Ways
Like
to
that was the
manipulate
that was the
world.
shit when they first came out with like you can get to the moon or you can go
Yeah,
to
like,
Wait,
Uh,
what? That's
like-
a thing? You can go to the moon in
that.
Minecraft?
That was like an early thing. I don't know if they still have it,
It was
but there's like
it was
a.
a patch.
I have no idea.
But you can go to the Netherworld or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
or it's pretty much like you're in hell.
Yeah, I knew that.
I don't know if it's gonna be Minecraft.
Yeah, it's
Unless
not
they've
actually
actually said it's
expansions
Minecraft
and
too.
stuff?
Minecraft has just been releasing like adventure packs.
Yeah,
that you play through.
because now they have this thing called story mode where like now
Right.
there's a storyline you have to follow, but the people have been making those like way before
yes,
there officially was a story mode.
And
Oh.
they also They had something special on Twitch where they were doing Minecraft Ages. Did you guys see that? So like it was interesting. I actually almost played it because it was the first thing in a while on Minecraft that caught my interest.
Yeah.
Minecraft has a thing where you start in age 0 and it's kind of a story-ish mode, and the idea is to move through like you have achievements you have to reach, and you go from like Stone Age to Bronze Age to Iron Age to all the way
So
to
basically
Space Age.
civilization.
It is like yeah, like you live through these different eras in the game, eventually trying to get to like Space
Okay,
Age.
that's something I would play because I love civilization.
Don't they have like 8 different like mobile apps now that do that though?
Yeah, they have lots of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Super popular. I don't get it, but
It's just like the battle royale kind of thing going on right now. Like everyone
oh my
just has to
gosh,
like
don't even with BR.
redo
Nick's
it.
playing that new Realm
okay,
Royale.
Realm Royale. I can say.
I get why you like it.
Did you
but-
watch a lot of it? You were
Yeah,
there for most of
I've
it.
been in your stream a lot lately.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
you've been there a lot. So like Realm Royale is the first time I have fun in a battle royale, and it's because even though everybody wants to win and have fun, it's so over the top ridiculous. Like when someone teleports across the map, swipes you with a sword, and you turn
Yeah.
into a chicken, and you're like diving
Yeah.
through windows and being like, and you're like someone's chasing you down, trying to like
Yeah.
swipe you
Yeah.
to death, and your teammates are running at you on horses, and you're like like zigzagging around trying to dodge.
Yeah.
Like it just makes me laugh. Instead of like Fortnite or H1Z1 where I get shot in the back and I'm like breaking my table and being like, I'm never touching this fucking game
I don't know if it'll
again.
ever get
I don't
to
know.
the like as big as Fortnite is. Like I don't feel like
Yeah.
the
I don't
new-
think so, but they definitely had. I mean, Ninja and Tim the Tap Man
they
and
played
Summit.
it like that one time. I feel like they just play
They,
Fortnite.
yeah, they probably just like it's just
Well,
to
it's
see what it
because
was like. but-
honestly, they're probably paid by Fortnite to
Yeah,
play
of,
Fortnite.
of
but
course.
yeah, I mean,
Oh my god, chicken skins.
messing a little with Echo. It's the Echo, guys. The reason mine's echoing, it'll stop if I move this a little closer and I'm a little quieter. The reason the echo happens is because I'm so loud that I break the noise gate on the other ones.
yeah, it's
I'm-
actually
those
my
are-
noise gate.
Yeah,
isn't it?
those of you that know me know that my like I'm very loud. So,
And I'm very quiet.
yeah, and well, to be honest, also though, our noise gate's pretty low because Tay is so quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, I'm actually probably peaking. Well, no, I'm probably peaking your mic.
I think because
'Cause
my
yours is so
gate's a little
cardio.
more.
Hers is so directional,
Right.
whereas yours is a little more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. But I'll try to be quieter so that you guys don't have that echo. I'm sorry about that.
So one of the more interesting features that they're going to add to Fallout 76 that I thought was actually pretty cool is they have it's supposed to be a prequel to I think like around the first or second game, but it's
What
still Fallout 76.
Yes, okay. It's
It's
the
still-
first vault, right? They said something like first.
It's not the first. It's the one that they expect to go out first, to go out after so much time in the vault,
Oh,
to go out and rebuild America,
okay.
which of
right.
course they like don't really. But basically, like
But that's part of the multiplayer experience, right? You can rebuild.
yeah,
or
you
you
could
can just murder each other and blow
right.
get control of nuclear sites and shit.
Exactly that, and that's the feature I was gonna say was like
Yeah.
the cool thing is that they have like nuclear sites in the game, so you can like decide to be a dick and ruin everyone's day and start fucking nuclear fucking war in Western Virginia,
Yeah, I
and
don't
everything's like
know
just
how that-
filled with radiation.
Yeah, how does that exactly work? Like if you're just launching nukes, where's that?
Yeah, I imagine it's just gonna be nuke fucking
Yeah, like-
all the fucking time.
We know how players work, so you're just gonna be like, I'm gonna do a mission.
I thought it was just supposed to be about like how Fallout became Fallout. Like how
Yeah.
the whole thing, like the whole
It's basically how like
explosion.
how
I've never played them. I don't really know what happened, but I thought it was supposed to be like pre everything and how it happened.
Kind of.
it's kind of it's basically like you first get to the vault, and then after like you lived in the vault, then you're gonna be the first group to go out.
Right.
and
So
Fallout.
technically speaking, it does take place before other Fallouts.
Okay.
In the sense that I'm assuming in the Fallout universe, it's all one nuclear event, and that all the games start from. So this is like in theory the first people to re-enter the outside world after
Yeah.
that. So technically, they're the ones that, if you really want to get technical, they're like it's almost like the people we're playing in this game
Yeah.
as our characters are the people that you run into
Yeah.
when you're playing the other games, like the first people to re-enter society.
Like I believe like from the other games, especially Fallout 4 kind of set this up. Each vault was kind of like a social experiment. And like one of them they did like this vault's gonna learn how to work with plants and like mutation of plants and stuff, and then all of a sudden the plants took over and killed everyone in the vault. And then you had to go in and clear out all the plant monsters to get something. And another one was this vault, they experimented with this drug, I think it was like Psycho, and they all got fucking strung out and crazy and killed each other. And then another one was like, these guys can only eat human flesh or whatever. And so they were fucking, you know, what I can't remember what the fuck it's called. But basically they ate humans. And so this one and Fallout 76, I think they were planning on, you guys are going to be the first ones to go out there and try to get civilization to spark back
you're
up.
the rebuilders. Like,
Yeah.
that's the goal.
So
I actually am excited for the MMO feature. I know Laureline said she's worried about it, and I am worried about it in the sense that, similar to those of you that were here last podcast, my complaints were similar about Anthem, which is the Iron Man BioWare game that's coming out.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited about the MMO feature, but it's almost too middle ground. Like, if you add in all these MMO features and this role-playing MMORPG design, it really breaks the immersion when you have to go back and do these like intricate story quests that like separate you from that. So
Yeah.
it's like half the game is only yourself, instance based, and story mode where you're making decisions, saying like dialogue, and then the other half is this massive play with your friends design, but you're all never gonna like be able to like sync up correctly, it feels like.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it feels like you're gonna just be playing solo until you beat the game and then play with your friends.
Yeah.
Have you ever played I saw that Fallout had like a mobile app game, like Fallout Shelter or something.
Yeah,
Have you
I
ever
never
Fallout
played
touched
that?
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I obviously haven't either because I don't play the Fallout games, but I was
That-
curious to know if people liked it or not.
Yeah, it came out on mobile. It came out last E3 with Fallout
Yeah.
4,
Yeah.
and I instantly was like, "Yeah, I gotta have it." And it's pretty much, I mean, it's fun, but you're just pretty much like the fucking manager of the Fallout.
Is
Yeah.
it like a 2D side scroll? Is it a side scroller or what?
It kind of
It's probably not
I keep
anything.
getting like it
It's
keeps being,
it's just
you
like
download
basically
this.
like you got like room to room, and you have to like, and then you can assign people. You can assign people to like different rooms and
Yeah.
and like different jobs and shit, and you can like come in and check world and shit.
Weird.
But it's not like it's pretty stationary based.
Like every other mobile app. I feel
Right,
like there's
yeah.
not very,
Pretty much, yeah.
very
Yeah.
good
Mobile apps
games.
are
Yeah.
You're just
mobile
the-
gaming.
Yeah.
It's just a manager basically.
Okay. I
The-
was
the-
curious.
Vaults president.
But yes.
I can't remember right now. But yeah, so
what Musty is talking about is it's the so I don't know what it stands for, but when he's talking about the RAD system, that's Fallout's version of the freeze frame shots, right? Like it like freezes the game,
Yeah.
and you say, "I want to take a shot at the head, the arm, and the leg."
and it tells you
And-
like the percentage of the accuracy.
And so what's going to happen is with this new mode, they're going to completely have to dismantle that. There's no way.
Yeah,
it
there's
will
no
work.
way you can do that like live on another
Well,
online player.
The only way they could do it is if it would take way more reflexes, but if it was kind of like a camera lock, you know how like in games like Devil May Cry, you could like click a button and it tracked
Yeah.
like over as they went. You would just the camera would follow them and not you. You could basically do it that way. It follows whatever you track, and while it's moving everything, you have to select the pieces, click, 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 and then it launches at the moving target. So
I
maybe they could
think
make it
honestly,
work.
I think they're gonna leave it the way it is, but you're just not gonna be able to do it on playable characters.
Maybe so, but how if it can't work on even NPCs because you have to think about it like this: like you can't freeze your game without freezing everyone in your party's
Yeah.
version of that game.
Yeah,
So that means they're either going to have to make it so that all of that is done while the character is moving, the NPC, either everyone will have to do it on a moving target or they'll have to dismantle it completely. And I think that's what Musty is saying, is it could be very dangerous because that's
that's
a
true.
big part of their fight system. And
Yeah.
it's very they did not show anyone using it in the new trailer. Nobody was
No.
using the rads. They were all
Well, I don't think
shooting
they
freeze
showed
draw.
any like actual gameplay.
They
just
did a little.
showed-
They showed some gameplay.
a little bit like walking through, but I don't think they showed
a
any
couple of
combat.
gunfights, but not against players. Only I don't know how the PvP.
Yeah, I
will
think
work.
they were just like non-playable characters.
Yeah, they were
Like,
just.
part of
But
it.
I didn't see anybody use the like freeze frame or rad system.
Yeah,
Who's Bye Bye? Or Bew Bew?
I have no
I have no idea either.
Bayou.
Bayou?
you might.
I thought it was just Bye Bye.
I don't know how that
It
is.
must be somebody that knows. One of us.
I guess. I have no idea.
I have no clue.
Emily from
Dell.
Dell.
Oh shit, Emily.
shit.
Emily.
Hey, I didn't know Emily was on Twitch.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, we're doing. We just started a new podcast.
Hey.
It's hosted by my buddy King Cord over here.
Hi.
I do my own Twitch stuff for gaming, but I just rejoined over to. I joined this podcast because I want to get out there more. I do new things.
And I'm just
Yeah.
a guest.
yeah. We have guests on every week.
Yeah,
We're talking about
Totally.
E3 right now, which how can you bypass
Yeah.
talking about E3?
Yeah.
But yeah, like with the Fallout system.
evening opener.
Hey, yep, there you go. Sound of a laser. Pew pew. Voting system or auto freeze everyone. Auto freezing everyone would be the worst choice.
That would
that
definitely
would
be
be
like,
worse than just getting rid of the system altogether.
that would be worth of like me just saying fuck this game.
I don't know how.
Because everyone will be freezing you.
Yeah, maybe it would be too ambitious. I personally would design it so that it locked on and you could choose what points you want to shoot your gun with the percentages in a live moving target. And
Yeah,
because
I think Musty
yeah,
voting
that's
system.
that's what I'd like to see. Yeah, something like that would work. Otherwise, they would just have to dismantle it completely, I think, to make it work correctly.
Yeah, and in all honesty, that's probably what they're easiest way.
Yeah, probably. That's what I would think.
So I'm kind of happy about it. I'm kind of interested in seeing how it's going
It's
to
the
be.
first Fallout I might play. Like,
Yeah, that
the
was one of the
MMO
things I was
feature
gonna ask
draws
you.
people like me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I was like, well, it's an MMO.
Yeah,
try it.
the MMO style of it is the kind of thing that would draw me toward the series.
Yeah.
Because up till now, I've played them here and there, but I haven't played them.
I mean, like, I love post-apocalyptic, but like, I only played that one game. I didn't even finish it. I played Fallout 4 for like the first 10%.
most people
of the
really like
game.
New Vegas. Like New Vegas.
Yeah,
is
New
like-
Vegas is the best one. That's my personal favorite. And the funny part is it's made by a different developer too.
You've played all of them all the way through, Masochist.
So what else did Bethesda put out, or is that mainly like their?
They teased
their-
the new Elder Scrolls,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah,
ultra tease, like you couldn't see anything.
yeah,
I've never-
like a lot of people are like Skyrim too, and I'm
Yeah.
like that'd be stupid if
I've
they
That's
did
never
a
amazing.
played
second Skyrim
Skyrim,
too.
Dark Souls, Elder Scrolls, like any of those. Like, I feel like why do
El-
I
Elder
think they're
Scrolls-
all the same?
they're not the
I know they're not the
Yeah.
same.
Elder
but-
Scrolls is all of them. Elder
Dark Souls is
Scrolls-
one of those like for me where I like played 10 minutes and I was like fuck this game.
Yes. I downloaded what's the most recent one they had made that's not even Dark Souls?
Oh,
Shit, what was it called?
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne,
Yeah.
I remember watching
I
you.
downloaded
Yeah,
Bloodborne
yeah.
in front of Tay because Highway
Highway
one of
wanted
my
you to
mods
play.
wanted me to play it.
Yeah.
Played it for about 20 minutes
Yep.
and then was like, well, I'm uninstalling that.
I guess.
Musty Bruce says Elder Scrolls will be in there about 12 years.
Yeah, right. New Elder Scrolls in 12 years.
Oh yeah, they also teased the
Dude,
Doom Eternal.
That I'm going to be excited about, but I was more excited before Quake came out because what I liked about Doom, the story mode's great, but I was really excited. I love the multiplayer in that game, and they just came out with the new Quake, which is like Doom but better. Like so,
Yeah.
Now I'm sad because I don't think the Doom multiplayer will even be like worth playing.
Yeah.
So
Quick fun fact about Quake. You know the band Nine Inch Nails.
yeah,
Mhm.
They actually they were involved with the like sound management, everything for it, and that's actually how the band got its big break.
that's
Weird.
interesting.
Yeah. So
This cup is the size of my head.
That cup
Looks
is.
like Emily's upset about the Borderlands not coming
My head's
this
a
year. I
little
knew you were
bit-
upset about it.
Oh my god! I think we were all.
Yeah.
I think when we all watched E3, that we all were excited for. There's a few announcements that everyone wanted that we didn't get. And
Yeah.
I think those would be Borderlands 3, Animal Crossing.
Yes, Animal Crossing.
Because you're not the only person that was excited
I
for
was
that.
so
Yeah.
sad.
There was one other one I think that we all wanted, and that's not to say we didn't get some good ones.
Was
We're
it
getting-
Mario Kart 100?
Mario Kart 100.
Mario Party
Mario
5000?
Party. Yeah, Mario Party's coming
What I
out.
am excited we're getting is two things from Capcom, and that's a new Devil May Cry set in the
Yeah.
real
Yes.
universe,
I saw that.
and Resident Evil 2
Yep.
remake,
Yep.
Yeah.
which will be.
That'll be great.
I'm still.
I actually, when I watched that, I thought it was really good. The
Resident
trailer
Evil 2
for
or
yeah.
DMC?
No, Resident Evil 2.
Okay. Resident Evil 2 is going to be great. I'm a little sad, and I might have even touched on this last podcast, but I'm really sad that they decided to keep the over the shoulder. Did you play the Resident Evil 1 remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The remaster.
They kept the camera angles.
Yeah.
I like that. I like it because I think one of the scariest things in those games is not the actual environment, but almost that you
It's
can't
the
see.
lack of
Yeah,
control.
you can't see. You can't check around a corner. You have to round
Yeah.
the corner and find out what's there.
Yeah.
And that for me is really frightening when you're playing. And the over the shoulder, while being a little more immersive, to me removes some of that enjoyable fear
I
content.
thought a lot
Yeah.
of people were happy that they changed the, or at least
The
the
cameras?
Person, yeah, the person I was talking
No,
to. said that.
everybody else in the world is that,
Loves
but
it.
it's because nobody else played them enough. Like everyone's like it's too clunky to control on the old
Yeah.
one, but I could run through the game. I could speed run it in like an hour.
Yeah.
I never had trouble with the old controls, and they tried to make it better on the new one too.
That was kind of the thing with Metal Gear.
Oh God,
Because Metal Gear 1 on the PlayStation, the
Yes.
cameras are fixed.
camera fixed.
But
yeah.
then when they remastered it and put it on the GameCube, they made it so you can like fuck around with the
right,
camera.
the acid one or whatever.
And a lot of people were like, "Oh, thank God!" But I was like, "Well, I just like the original the way it was." So
Yeah, I don't know.
For
I never played
nostalgic
them.
reasons.
I watched Nick play a couple of them, and I played the remaster, the first one, or
Resident
the
Evil.
Resident Evil 1 remaster. but,
You
like-
played most of it with
and
me, right?
Resident Evil 7 and stuff, but like I haven't played like
Yeah.
the whole franchise, so I don't really know.
We
Yeah.
should go. Let's go.
Yeah,
do
we
that
definitely
today. Let's
should.
go home today. and
Right?
do it. I've got every one of them installed on my PlayStation
Yeah.
3.
Oh, you
That,
do?
and I've never played the Devil May Cries, so I don't really.
Those aren't as
Aren't
impressive.
Aren't they kind of slasher?
I still-
games?
They are only slash
Yeah.
'em ups.
I only liked like the first two.
I'm really excited about the new one. You didn't like number 4?
I
To be honest, I
Really?
actually like number 3 and 4 the most.
I hate the one where they changed they changed Dante.
They've decided we've all agreed, including the developers, to pretend that never happened.
Really?
Like-
Because like in the
'cause
game,
that
they
was
even
the
like made
fear.
fun of it, where like
Yeah.
he had like he found a red coat or whatever,
Right.
and like a wig. It's like this looks stupid, but everyone's like, no, it doesn't.
I didn't hate the revamp look, like aesthetically, but it was a bad
It looked like a
choice.
soy boy.
Yeah,
Low-
and it was a new character.
Low key, I get the two mixed up because I feel like they
No,
look the same.
okay,
Oh, really?
they were meant to look the
I
same.
don't understand it.
No, they were meant to look the same, and they are.
Why would they do that?
I think because
Are they supposed to be related?
I think that might be a reveal at some point.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know
Like
if that's
I
true.
understand it
Is this
more
like
if they're supposed
a
to be
Kingdom Hearts 2
related.
thing here? Where
Did
there's like
you-
two universes coming
You
together?
didn't play DMC 4.
No,
So you didn't play DMC 3.
no.
Okay, so
Like I played a little bit, but
okay,
just
so
enough
there-
for me to go. I
There
don't like
are
this.
there are several main characters in the game.
Yeah.
Dante,
Uh-huh.
red coat, white hair. His brother Virgil, blue coat, white hair,
Right.
and our newest character in number 4, Nero, blue red coat, white hair. So they all like look really,
They
really similar.
didn't put Virgil in the
And not in the trailer.
not in the trailer for this
well,
new one.
I don't know if they
I
ended
didn't
up.
even see him.
Well,
I freaking forgot
well,
about
because
him.
I think that you killed Virgil when you were younger, but I don't know if they're gonna keep that lore.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about the game.
So yeah, no one knows for sure where the game takes place lore wise, but it looks like it will be a continuation. Because Dante, did you see the trailer?
I did
The
not.
trailer
see
was
it.
good.
Dante looks old. He's got a
Yeah,
beard. Like
really
I mean, he was
old.
old in number 2.
Yeah.
So number three was like a prequel.
So now I just grew a beard.
He grew a beard, but he's
and
like really
gray.
old. Like he's probably
Oh, so he's, like,
salt
noticeably-
peppered. Yeah.
he's probably like 50 or 60.
Okay.
I don't know how half demons age, but yeah.
And
like,
Nero's
I always thought demons never aged.
isn't
Dark
Nero-
Souls remastered is a spit in the face.
Yeah, it is a
Dude,
spin in the
I feel like
face.
those games are a spit in the face to gamers. Like they're
They
just meant
are.
to make you rage. That's it.
It is. It's meant for people to get pissed off really easy, and it's meant for people to turn around and gloat. Like, look how far I got.
Yeah.
I may have died 100,000 times, but I got this
I
far.
couldn't. I was playing Last of Us last night, and I died like 4 times in like in the high school, and I was like, oh, I'm
Hey.
done. I could never play Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing
apparently,
through Last of Us because
I've never played it.
apparently, we made it to the front page of talk shows.
What?
Whoop, whoop. That's what Loreline says. Who wants to roll around in HD and get here? Dark Souls.
7?
I don't know.
How is there no talk?
You should look it up.
We have 8 viewers. How are there no talk shows on? Everyone's spending the day
Because
with their
it's
fathers.
Sunday. Yeah, everyone's with their dads.
Yeah, I need to call my dad still.
Oh,
Oh, thanks for that follow, Purple Owl Eater.
wait, no, that's a glitch.
That is a glitch.
Is it a
Oh, it's
glitch?
behind. Dude, that's so weird. How
That is weird.
Okay,
I'm
it was
purple.
bye-bye. No,
That's
no,
weird.
So what happened
Oh my
is
God.
you put the overlay over the follow alert.
Oh,
So
no.
bump that up too. And now replay the alert with the replay. Now it just happened to sync up where he's sitting.
Oh
right
yeah. That's
Thank
funny.
you for that follow.
That
Bye bye.
messed me. Thank you, Emily. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I was like, wait, Purple Hour Eater is sitting right next to me. That's weird.
But yeah, I'm really excited for them to do Devil May Cry. But let's be honest, those games aren't exactly amazing storytelling games. Like it's like
They're
here's
just-
80,000 demons, go slice them
Yeah.
to pieces.
Those games are just kind of like if you see it at Blockbuster, you'll rent it.
Yeah,
But
Except for-
Blockbuster's not around.
yeah. I mean, they don't exist.
Is what's that one? What's the gamer
Mascus,
version?
thanks for that
Thanks for that follow, Mascus. What's the video game version of Netflix? Gamefly.
Gamefly?
If I see it on Gamefly, which I don't have anymore, but if I see it on Gamefly, I'll
if I
rent
buy a
it.
physical copy, I'll let you borrow it.
All right, or I'll watch you play it on your stream
I'm
sometime.
not gonna play it.
So, I watched a little bit of EA's
Oh god.
E3.
Did you like anything besides Anthem?
Right?
I know
Like,
I didn't. Let's just be clear. I didn't like anything because it's
Not even
EA. I
Anthem?
hate
Well,
EA.
okay, yeah, I mean, once you
But
get
it-
past the cringe level of E EA,
Yeah,
See, I was really hoping for maybe like a new Sims or something or a new expansion. And when they didn't bring out an EA, I was like, okay, maybe they'll do it for like the Switch or something, because like Nintendo or something.
Right.
And then they never did it. And I was like, okay, so it's been like 3-4 years or whatever since Sims 4 has been out. Like, you're not going to give us anything? Are
Yeah,
you
they're
just done
slow.
with the franchise?
the Sims devs are slow. I mean,
they are slow.
They've been running. They've got 4 games in like 12
Well,
years.
and you got they also have like 30 different
They have
fucking.
so
yeah,
many
the
expansions.
expansions.
And what was I gonna say? I mean, I guess like I don't know how else they'll be able to like expand the game further, because Sims 4 is so like good already. Like you can I don't know if it's like you can set a picture to like the game and it can create your character from that picture.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's
The
just
new
really...
one's gonna be VR. Just drop
Yeah,
right
VR.
in and live a fake life.
No,
VR,
no.
where you're God in the clouds and you can see your hands come down and like manipulate
You
everything.
guys, but real talk. What if we're all just Sims in somebody's game? Like, what if we just
Dude.
go?
Oh, no.
What if we just go swimming today and somebody takes the ladder out?
Wait, you're telling me
They
somebody
can climb over like in Sims 4. In Sims 4, they can just climb right out of the
Oh,
pool.
thank God.
like somebody clicked on the computer and said start Nevermind podcast and then like
Yeah.
you guys came over and we did this shit.
Yeah, like on their screen, he's like, "Oh, look, they're adorable." We're on our couch going, "Va-va-va-va-va-va-va-va." and he's like, "Look at my adorable family."
Oh
Like,
look, they got 8 viewers. Isn't
oh,
this
look, his
great?
neighbors came over to do the podcast.
As soon as he masters this skill, he'll have like 100,000 viewers.
You know what? Enough of that. I'm gonna have an existential.
No.
crisis.
Oh yeah, Unravel 2 looked really good.
Oh, yeah.
I've never played
Yeah.
the first one, but that looked
I'm not
very
really.
cute.
I'm not a big puzzle game.
I do like we played Limbo together,
Limbo's
and
fun.
Yeah.
so I thought a couple other ones, but
I like
it's,
some
it's
puzzles.
definitely one that I think I would probably play, even though I kind of hate Origin and I
Yeah.
don't really want to play on Origin, but
I like puzzles mixed into other games. Like I like like Resident Evil, having to find the key cards and do that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with like Last of Us or
Yeah.
Dishonored, like trying to sneak around and find the right way to move around enemies.
Yeah.
I like Far Cry, the same thing. I like those kind of puzzles, but I don't tend to really like platformer puzzles the same way that they're not bad games.
You like puzzles to be elements in your game.
Yeah,
You don't want it
more-
to be
not the
based on the whole
focus.
game.
Elements of the game, not the focus.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it free? Like, was it free for a while when E3 came out, or did it just come out when E3 presented?
I can't
it?
I think
remember.
I think
I
it,
can't remember. I thought. Oh my god.
You okay?
Yep, I'm
Well,
okay. I thought there was one game that they were talking about that was like free to play. I can't remember what game that was.
Ask him about Gherkin Mudflap. Dude, Gherkin Mudflap was a great alter ego name.
what is that?
When we worked at Dell, we all had alter ego names. I don't even remember how we
Oh,
got
yeah?
them. But I was really, I'll go on random raving, like I will rave like a lunatic about how much I think that the gherkin pickle is the worst invention in food, and how I don't know who would ever want a sweet pickle.
Yeah.
I like sweet pickles, so
You'll eat a gherkin, like a little sweet pickle.
Yep.
They're like a good little
You're
snack
gonna-
every once in a while.
You'll eat a gherkin?
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
I like sweet pickles.
I don't know. Maybe it's the fact they taste like
I'm
someone
more of a-
vomited in a shoe, and you're just like drinking it.
I guess it depends on what brand or like what.
Free trial.
Cause like there's several different sweet pickles.
I used
Yeah.
to only eat sweet pickles because I didn't like pickles until basically a couple of years ago. And so when I was a kid, I had sweet pickles, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
I do have to say, but do you have a sweet pickle thing before I?
I was just gonna say like there's the sweet pickle, then there's the bread butter pickle,
Bread and butter pickles, yeah.
there's the dill
Dills.
pickle, there's the
Any of
spicy kosher.
I'll eat anything that's not a gherkin.
I'm just surprised because isn't relish basically sweet pickle?
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
mean, it's
just
sweet, and
yeah.
you like relish.
I
it's
don't
a
barely
you?
chopped
like relish.
Okay.
sweet pickle.
Don't hate on the little pickles. I like dills. One thing I was happy EA did is I can't remember what game it was about, but EA promised no microtransactions on one of their games. I can't remember which
Yeah.
one it was. That was a big move for them. It was unfortunate that they did it right before they announced the EA like subscription pack.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But I do have to say that that's not the worst idea. So they're going to be doing kind of like a Microsoft Office 360 or
Who does Star Wars or whatever? Don't they have a thing where
EA does do some
the
Star
only
Wars.
company I can think of that does is my Daybreak does it too.
Oh.
But certain MMO companies
doesn't
will do
Lucas
it.
Arts do Star Wars too?
They do Star Wars, but what she's talking about is
Old-
you'll pay one fee and Origin will give you access to
Oh,
the
Yeah.
library.
right.
The other games that I play from Daybreak, don't mind me slowly falling down the couch. This couch is enormous.
yeah.
I'm like 3 feet tall, and like this, my legs are just like I can't even touch the
I
ground.
have to roll out of the couch, literally.
Yeah.
I can't
To get
touch the
out.
ground right now. New Star Wars game, that'll be good. Yes. You
Musty,
never had a bread and butter pickle?
Musty
I never
Bruce,
had
a
these.
bread and butter pickle is
It's like a weak dill.
What's the-
yeah, it's like a weak dill pickle. It's got a little bit more like a vinegary.
Yeah,
a
some
lot.
sort of like vinegar
Never-
flavor.
I don't know.
But usually we put it on our like hamburgers
It's
and
a hamburger
cheeseburgers.
pickle.
No,
Yeah.
it's not because I have regular dill pickles on my hamburgers.
Not from like if you go to a restaurant.
Yeah, if you go like Burger King.
Yeah,
I
like
think Red Robin uses bread and butter,
Well, Red Robin's
They probably
like
have their
a
own
sit down
customs.
restaurant, so
Yeah.
they probably have like kosher dill.
You know, like
Yeah.
when you get pickles at McDonald's and they're kind of vinegary.
No.
Or like Subway. Subways are really
Subways are pretty
vinegary.
No,
Agree.
they all taste like pickles to me.
Well, that's what a bread and butter pickle.
Oh.
I don't know what the actual difference is. I'll look it up. Go ahead and keep
Yeah.
talking. I'll do some market research.
So we were talking about Star Wars and Origin and stuff.
Yeah, well, like the new Star Wars game will be. Star Wars is great in all of its fat. I love all the movies. I love all the media that Star Wars produces.
Yeah. Except for the last Battlefront or whatever. Yeah, Battlefront. Like, did they remaster it?
Oh, I don't know.
Or is it like a whole new game?
They came out and said basically, "We fucked up. We're sorry. We're
Right.
gonna fix it."
It was
Like, that
terrible.
was like,
But was it a remaster of their old Battlefront, or was it like supposed to be a whole nother game?
I don't know.
it's
I don't-
they're just revamping their current
Okay.
game.
Well, it was terrible.
I don't really
It
play.
was terrible, and
Star
they're all
Wars.
like, "We're sorry, it's terrible. We'll make a new one."
Yeah, that's literally what they're doing.
We're sorry.
They're sour. The bread and butter pickle is a subset of the sweet pickle, not the dill pickle. It is a half and half though, and essentially is a sweet pickle with the added sourness of vinegar.
So sweet pickle.
But it's like a half and half. It's like half
That's-
sweet, half dill.
It's like half sweet, half tart.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if anyone
Yeah.
was curious about what that is, Musty
We
is
should have just renamed this episode. The
Musty
Pickle
is from
episode.
UK, so he doesn't always have like earlier
Yeah.
this morning. He's like, "The fuck is a Snickerdoodle cookie?" When I was talking about, I said something about Snickerdoodles,
Oh.
and he
Yeah,
had no clue what that meant.
really.
Yeah,
I think they'd have Snickerdoodle cookies over there.
guess not.
It's
They
literally-
call 'em
it's
something else.
literally just cinnamon sugar.
It's
on-
cinnamon sugar
on-
cookies.
So it's
Yeah.
probably the same. It's just they call it something different.
Yeah, yeah.
Was there ever a new Battlefield announced?
Oh,
Is that
yes.
a thing?
Yeah, Battlefield
Before
5.
we talk about Battlefield 5, Musty is right. There's actually more to it than that. Even Musty, they are releasing DLC from the Solo movie, but on top of that, they're going to create new content, new maps, and new PVE content, like PvP, PvE, and overall content. They're creating it from the Clone Wars era because they know we all like to circle jerk about Clone
Yeah.
Wars.
Yeah.
So, because everyone hates their game so much, they're just going all out on the like, we're sorry.
We're sorry.
Sorry.
So what they're doing is
We're sorry
they're
we
making
drilled
the
a
new,
hole in the ocean.
they're making new content from that era. So it's Anakin and Obi-Wan
Yeah.
versus Grievous and Dooku, like everyone's like favorite
yes.
characters.
Yeah.
So they're just
How do you
like
not like Grievous?
they're just hoping we'll all masturbate to it and be like, all right, you know what, you guys did it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's their goal.
So in the EA E3, it was hilarious because they were gloating a little bit in the beginning because they're like, well, we first started out here at E3 with just a little sun tent to block the sun, but now we have this like double-decker trailer with a little hangout spot on top of the roof, and they go to show it, and it's like this dinky ass half-size trailer, and they have like 2 or 3 chairs with a table on it, and like a rail that goes around there. It's like, and it was carpeted, but it was like really cheap ass fucking carpet.
Oh,
And they're like, yeah, you guys could come over and hang out. Like, come on over to EA. And there's nobody there. Like, it was just an empty parking lot.
EA just wants to impress the cool kids.
Right. And then they were like, EA does Battlefield, right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I know
Okay.
it's on Origin for sure.
They do. Yeah. I
Yeah.
believe so.
And they were gloating. They're like, well, this is Battlefield about World War II, but it's our take on World War II. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean, your
Your
take? And like everyone was pissed off about it.
Well, it's because they're gonna take some liberties. Like they're gonna put females in.
Right, and like I saw, which doesn't bother me if you put females, but if you're gonna, like, their past games have been like supposed to be like true recreations of the wars,
Right.
but now they're like turning around and going, well, this is our thing. Like,
Right.
you can, there's games that like Wolfenstein that did their take of like a futuristic Hitler
Yeah.
fucking win shit, and then there's like Battlefield who do like true like fucking things, but you can't just like switch in the middle of the fucking series.
Right. And
Yeah.
I think they spooked people because everyone hated Battlefront 1 so much, or not Battlefront, Battlefield
Yeah.
1 so much.
Yeah.
And that was their first time that they were ever like, it was a fake war. It was like, it was World War One if the Zeppelins and shit, like all that stuff
Yeah.
was fake. Like
Yeah.
it was an alternate universe as World War One.
Mhm.
And everyone fucking hated it. So you'd think they would have learned their lesson and just been like completely normal, no Zeppelins or like something,
Yeah.
but
No, they're like, well, how about this idea? Let's go against some like stereotypical shit, and we'll make the lead like characters female as like
Okay,
as
well,
my-
for one, there's nothing wrong with
No, there's nothing wrong.
female lead character.
Correct. There's nothing wrong with it, but like you can't just like go, oh, this didn't work. Let's try to like fucking sucker punch the fucking people and be like, oh, boom, female characters now.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna work.
But I mean, let's be honest. If anyone in Battlefield, if any game that's not a BR could pull off the BR mode, it probably will be Battlefield. Like I feel like
Yeah.
they're adding BRs, and I feel like theirs could be the most likely to succeed because you know who else is doing a BR on their next game is Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's right.
Black Ops 4 is gonna have blackout mode.
Yeah.
And,
Which I feel like all these BR games are just gonna be like pushed out because then Call of Duty and Battlefield and them are just gonna be like, oh, you like doing search and destroy? Well, we also have battle royale too.
Yeah, and so here's the problem. It's gonna split the you're gonna split players, but it's also I don't know, man. Like I just don't I can't always I don't get the battle royale craze as much as everyone. I don't know who plays those games like first person shooters and is like, you know what I could really use? 800 people trying to hunt me down and teabag me at the same time instead of like just
Well, the
playing
only
in
reason
teams.
I'm upset about it, like with it, is because Call of Duty is so, like so successful that they didn't need to put in a BR to sell it to players. They just did because
Apparently, they don't have to do-
apparently people just love BRs. I
Yeah.
don't understand it, and now they're just like they're like the norm now. I feel
they're trying to
like.
cash grab.
And I don't
They're
like
just-
it. I
Right.
don't.
They want all the little kids that are like, oh, I don't play Call of Duty anymore. I play Fortnite to come back and be like, oh, you guys see there's a battle royale.
Like, just stay different and keep doing your own thing. Don't be like everyone else.
Yeah.
I don't play Borderlands anymore. I play Fortnite.
Call of Duty has been really struggling though, so they're trying to do whatever they can to salvage
You think
players.
you think Call of Duty is gonna put like a building aspect into it? Build a little
No,
No,
think so.
I don't think so.
more games are cutting back on that. Even
'cause
like
it's stupid
Realm
shit,
Royale
right?
doesn't have that.
Yeah.
The one that I've been
like,
playing.
I see all the time people make like these giant forts,
Yeah.
but then like I see people in real life who are playing it like on streams, or like even if I try myself, and like I just get murdered trying to build a fucking fort.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just
Well, it depends how good they are at building their forts and how good, like, because, like, sometimes if they don't build it good enough, one guy with a grenade launcher or a minigun you can just zip the bottom and the whole thing collapses.
yeah.
But if they're good at it and they know how to build correctly, then it can be a game changer. At first, I don't like the building personally, but
Yeah, it's not really that cool.
there are advantages to games that use that kind of aspect. So I've been playing a lot of Realm Royale, and in that one, there's no building. It plays just like the map is the map, and you fight on it. But then what happens is instead of whoever builds the best getting the win, it tends to be whoever takes the high ground and just holds it. Because then in Fortnite, if you take the high ground, you don't necessarily win because someone can just be like, "Pop, pop, 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 pop."
Yeah.
Now they have the high ground, then you like. So
Yeah.
there's at least some balancing. In Realm Royale, the biggest problem is the opposite. I like that there's no building, but whoever has that high ground has a huge advantage in
Yeah.
gameplay.
I was watching the Friday. Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
Friday. Where like you found like the glitch in the one room.
Oh,
Yeah,
the foot?
I was just like
And
standing
it was,
up
like,
against
inside the
wall.
wall. And I was like, I was sitting there going, I hope he wins. I hope he wins. I hope he wins.
Yeah,
And then they pinged you or whatever.
yeah,
you
with
call
the
it.
grenade.
Oh my
3
God.
guys found me in that room.
Yeah.
I bet if you would have stayed there, like, were you getting damage when they fired at you?
Actually, no, but they would have had to come point at my foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, if you would have stayed there and then just wasted the fucking time till the storm came.
Yeah, just let them, and
What
then
would
just
it-
keep heel potting and
Yeah.
hoping for the
Right.
best. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet.
I was in the chat room. Was like, somebody better clip this.
World War II has the new mode. I did see that. I haven't tested it out yet.
Yeah.
I don't like BR games, but if I was gonna, Realm Royale has been really fun. Because
I like
it's-
H1Z1.
Yeah, it makes me laugh. H1Z1, me and Cal only played a couple times. It was not for me.
No.
Oh, really?
We played like one game.
I
and
haven't
he was like,
played-
I'm done.
I haven't played PUBG. I've been meaning to try it.
I didn't like the mobile fortress. The meta became like, get a car, win the game. Like,
Yeah.
drive a
Oh,
car,
really?
get out, shoot over the car,
Yep.
kill a guy, get back in your car,
Yeah.
drive the next guy, get out, you shoot over the car, repeat like over
Yeah.
and over. So
I don't
you'd
know.
be like, I'm gonna lose. Somebody would roll up and be like, pop, 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 you're dead. They just drive off again. Like,
Yeah, I guess I did do that once.
you did that to somebody else.
And H1Z1,
Yeah.
I was like, what I usually do is I start out like always on the edge of like whatever fucking bubble it is, and I just kind of like follow the bubble.
Yeah,
And like there was this grocery store, I came up to it, and I came up in a cop car, came up, saw that there's a dude in there. He like ran into the bathroom and he thought he was hiding, and so I tossed a grenade. and then I was like, picked up his shit and then left. Went to another building, saw some guy in there, got out, shot him down, got back in the car. So I guess I did kind of do that, but
Yeah.
You know what game I'm pretty excited for, and I can't remember if it's EA or Sony, was that one. It's like that really depressing one where you're that girl and she's also like the monster.
Yeah, that actually
Like
was
the sea
EA's.
monster. Was it EA?
It was the only thing that
I
EA
can't think of
released.
what it's called, but that looks really good.
It's called Monsters Inside Me. No, that's
No,
a
it's
that's a
not.
documentary series.
Yes, it is.
No, but for real, it's called Sea of Thieves.
No!
No, okay. But for sure, for real, it's something like that, like Sea of Loneliness or something.
Oh.
It's something like.
I guess
like
I missed that one.
Hashtag we're not sponsored by any of those people.
Like I stopped watching the E3 when the dude was like fucking making out with the flower wall.
This was like
Sea of Solitude?
Sea of Solitude.
Yeah.
That one is exciting because it's a female lead, which is exciting.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
A good female lead. The monster graphics are cool. I like the design. It's made by an indie producer,
Yes.
so even though EA is going to pocket a bunch of the money, it still lets the small
Yeah.
group kind of get their
name
game
out there.
out.
Yeah.
And that'll probably be the one EA game I'll look at buying. Anthem, I haven't decided
I
yet.
think I'm going to cry
Yeah.
my eyes out.
Yeah, me too.
It seems really depressing.
I really want to fly
Even when
around.
she
in
was
that Iron Man
talking
suit.
about it, like how it's based around what was it, her, like how she has like
Yeah.
problems and stuff.
Pretty
with
much anyone.
depression and
Everyone's
loneliness.
been
Oh, so it's
lonely.
like
And
her
I'm just like, oh
interpretation
my
of
gosh, yeah.
mental illness and what sort of take that loneliness can have on a human.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Also,
You should know about that,
was
you lonely bastard.
was that Death Stranding also EA?
No, Death
No,
Stranding is
that's
Sony.
Hideo
Sony,
Kojima.
Sony. Yes.
I'm so excited for that.
So
Although
far,
that
the
game looks-
gameplay right now just looks like it's a walking simulator.
Oh,
Dude, that's what
think
I
it's gonna be
said.
so good 'cause
I said
anything-
Go ahead.
Anything that Kojima makes, I don't think it's gonna be bad.
I
It
agree.
can't be bad.
But I may have called it Mailman Simulator. 'Cause they just you're just delivering packages. Like,
Yeah.
It's just, and then like some of them looked ridiculous. Like you had like 42 backpacks on.
Yeah,
like,
and then you're crossing a tightrope, and then you're climbing a fucking mountain. Like I
So-
don't,
But
it
can't
looks
be
good.
bad,
Like
right? Like
yeah, it looks good. It's just
I
so
think
far all
I think
the
it's
same
gonna
as a
be
walking.
fine.
Mountain
Mountain UPS delivery.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
Oh,
But then
Right.
you just can never. You know what the worst part is you can't even rule it out. Even if that was the literal design of the game, like there's still people playing Goat Simulator and Euro
Oh my
Truck
gosh.
Driver. Like
and
Euro
the
truck.
farming, like the farming
yeah, like-
simulators.
Yeah.
I just mean we all do that shit.
And
Or
you know
like-
Sims is
Or like
basically-
McDonald's simulator where you're making Big Macs. And,
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
well, there's like restaurant simulator.
There's a VR game where your job
Oh
is
yes.
to like
Yeah.
make
I
the
saw
stupid
that.
burgers and stuff.
And there's even a holiday version where you're gift wrapping presents at the
Yeah,
mall.
like
I ain't gonna lie, I don't mind simulation.
I used to think
Yeah, they're
like
pretty fun.
when I was a kid I used to think that every game every game that ever came out had to be this artistic masterpiece, and then
Yeah.
as an adult I'm like Goat Simulator, oh god, like,
yeah, when you get older, you're like sometimes some simpler games are
yeah.
actually pretty
Like
fun.
when Minecraft came out,
Right.
and, dude, I'm not sometimes like when I was like in school or things like that, like or had a rough day, there's nothing better than coming home from like a really stressful day and just strip mine
Yeah.
just through
just
like for like a
therapeutic.
mile underground.
Yeah.
So relaxing.
The what do you guys think about
I'll check that out, Musty.
the Last of Us Part 2?
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited
It's
for it.
gonna be
Mainly
great.
because I'm playing Last of Us right now because I'd never played it, but I am really excited to play Ellie as an adult.
Right. I'm really excited for two reasons, both of which have nothing to do with the game. So really more reasons, but the two things I'm really excited for again is in the gaming industry, a female lead is very exciting because it's so rare. And beyond that, a female lead that's also gay is
Oh
even
my gosh,
more
I
exciting.
know.
Well, see, like we talked a little bit about it last episode.
Yeah.
Like since then, like apparently people have been losing their fucking minds. Like, kiss.
Which
I'm
is
sitting
which is
here
weird
like-
because if they didn't play that's
Yeah.
it
People
would if
know
they
that
played
she
the first
is.
one, she was gay
Yeah.
like for
And
Right.
that's that whole isn't
Well,
there a whole
the DLC about it.
with
Yeah,
her
that's what.
girlfriend?
That's the thing is like people were losing their mind and like the trailer, or whatever. She's kissing this girl. It's in your face. But I'm sitting here going, that was in the fucking DLC. Like she was
Yeah.
kissing some chick in a fucking mall.
she
does not-
she died like because her girlfriend died. That's
Yeah.
how she got bit.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was just like,
But having
why are we like whining about this? We already went through this.
People
Like,
care.
whiny baby.
But having a badass, and we know Ellie's badass because
Right.
if any, like
Yep.
having a badass gay female lead character in a video game with that high of a budget,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I am obviously really excited because I'm a little
Is King
sexual
Cord still
friendly
cutting out?
with
Maybe.
King Cord, you might have to either eat the mic a little more or boost your either back the gate off slightly or boost your just a tiny bit of your gain on back.
maybe that will help.
Let us know if he peaks too much though. Now,
Yeah.
See, now I'm breaking your noise gate though a little. I'll try to be quieter.
Yeah, be quiet.
I'm just mainly excited to see if like if it's still like the apocalypse, like if there's still zombies and stuff, because
Yeah.
they didn't show any
And we all want to know
zombies
what
or
happened.
clickers or anything. In
Yeah,
the
we all want to know
trailer.
what happened in the last.
Well, in
few
the
years.
in the first trailer, they showed that they were like disemboweling those people, and then at the end, a couple like clickers came running through.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, really? Okay.
We all want to know what happened to Joel though. I mean,
Oh my
like
god.
I think he's still in he's still in the game, isn't he?
we
He
didn't
wasn't
see
in
him.
the trailer.
Oh, wasn't the second trailer showed Ellie playing the guitar on the bed, and
See, I guess I
then
only
Joel
saw
comes
one.
in?
I only saw the one trailer.
I only saw the one trailer too. Well, I saw two trailers. I saw the one of her kissing the girl, and I saw
Right.
the one of them hanging.
Hanging the people
Hanging
to
the
get the
people.
clickers out.
Yeah.
There's
another trailer?
there's another one that I saw, and I think it was part of the second one, or it might be a whole nother, like a third one.
I'll look it up.
But there's one where it shows Ellie. She's grown up, and she's playing the guitar on like a bed, which I'm pretty sure might be like the bed of Joel's like daughters.
Like they're back at his home.
Yeah, and then like he like walks into the room as soon as she's done playing.
Maybe
Unless
it's a
it's-
flashback. Maybe
it could be.
Maybe
Yeah,
something happened right
maybe.
after that.
Or even a hallucination.
Yeah.
Maybe like a dream.
hallucination.
Yeah, a dream.
I
I'm
kind
very
of
interested though.
I kind of hope they killed Joel. I think that would be emotionally
Oh my,
beautiful.
I don't. Even,
Emotionally beautiful.
No, I just mean like I still sob like a baby every time
oh
Clementine
my
looks at a picture of
God,
Lee.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't say anything. If Clementine is just holding something of Lee's,
Yeah.
I'll break into uncontrollable tears.
I know.
Yeah, I was actually like crying the whole time. I can't remember what episode because I haven't played that game in a while. But it's where she got like trapped.
Wait. I haven't played number 3.
Yeah, haven't played the.
You haven't played the
That-
third one.
The New
That's-
Frontier. New Frontier. Is that what it was?
I have
Yeah.
trouble.
You played the one where they get the ski lodge, right?
That's number 2.
I think it might be season 2.
Yeah.
Number
season-
2 is where she meets back up with what's his face.
She meets up with Kenny, and they
Kenny
go
and
to
them
they do go to
in
the
that,
ski
like,
lodge.
Yeah,
cabin.
yeah.
So as long as it's that.
So like the beginning of that, like she got caught by like this family or whatever, and they're keeping her in the shed.
Right.
She's with the pregnant woman, right?
Oh,
In
she
the
sews
beginning?
up that cut on her arm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no. all
Like
that.
I was crying the whole time because I was like, oh god, like you're gonna die. This is gonna be the end of
Yeah.
you. But-
I'm 95% sure they're gonna kill Clementine in season 4, and I'm not ready for
I know. I
it.
don't want it.
There's
I don't
no
want
way
it.
for them to prepare me for that.
No.
yeah.
Speaking, like, what about that other The Walking Dead game that's coming out?
Yeah,
Let's talk about that.
yeah, because I feel like is it someone else's interpretation of Walking Dead? Because it's something The Walking Dead.
It's in the Walking Dead universe. So I think that they do it almost like a joke. So because AMC always says AMC's The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And now then there was Telltale's The Walking
Yeah,
Dead.
yeah.
yeah,
This is Overlord. No, Overwatch. No. Over
it's over something.
Overthrow. Over
I can't remember
Throw
what it
Lord
is.
Watch.
But yeah,
But it's
Overkill.
Overkill. Yeah, that sounds right.
Overkill.
Yeah, Overkill's
The Walking
The Walking Dead.
So it's gonna take place in the right the same universe. It's gonna take place with the lore and the design of the movie, the comic book, and the games. But the real question is, did you watch all the trailers?
I've seen 2 of them.
Did we watch all the trailers?
We watched.
I saw the one where it's the old dude in the car.
There's 4.
And I saw the one where it's the black dude on the bench in front of the White House or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Did you watch
There's-
the Asian chick?
There's an Asian chick.
I did
and
not
a
see that one.
redheaded chick.
Yeah.
The redheaded chick's one's
And
good.
the Asian
Actually, they're both
chick.
good.
Oh.
So it's
I
gonna
have
be-
not seen
Maya?
those ones.
Maya, yeah. So what's gonna happen? What
That
I'm
sounds
worried
familiar
about,
for
I
some
looked at
reason.
the game, and I'm really worried. So the design looks great. I'm excited for the world. I'm excited for the characters. I'm excited for the design. But unless they polish it up, the gameplay looks terrible, and I'm
How
really
so?
Really?
nervous.
Because it looked to me,
Oh, okay. No, I kind of remember.
It
To me, it looks
choppy and
good.
old.
because like if you remember, not the Telltales, but the other ones, where it's
With the
like,
brothers, or which one?
well, there was the brothers, there was the turn-based one, and then there was the one where you're playing as Daryl, and you're going town to town.
Hmm.
It was really shitty.
I don't know.
You haven't seen the gameplay trailer yet?
I haven't seen the gameplay.
It's a little. It reminds me of it reminds me of 7 Days to Die.
Oh yeah,
It
that
doesn't
choppy.
look polished. Maybe not quite as choppy, but not polished enough to be an E3 announced AAA game. And that makes me worried because I really want it to be good.
They don't have a release date, do they?
Not yet, so hopefully they'll clean it up.
Yeah.
But I'm just worried because the design is interesting. I like they're setting it up to kind of have that design where like you work as a team. Like in the one we saw, they were playing a mission and one guy was up like sniping, the other ones were kind of moving through melee and pistols. I like the mixture of different roles and styles to bring people down, but aesthetically the game looked iffy as far as quality, I thought. But
Yeah.
the trailers, everything looks good except for the current gameplay,
Yeah.
but that probably is like alpha.
I'll have to go back and watch the
Yeah.
gameplay because I can't remember.
Yeah.
That wasn't the
I'll
one
have to
that
go
was
and
like
see those.
wave-based zombies, was it?
No, that was the World War Z game.
Oh my god.
I thought the trailers where it was like the old dude talking to the zombie in the car.
Yeah,
about
the
Yes,
his,
trailers were
that one
great.
was good.
I thought that looked good, and even the one where the dude's like, my previous job was I was a lawyer at the White House or some shit
Yeah.
like that. And now,
Architect.
Yeah.
yeah, now like the world's gone to shit.
Yeah. I
It's-
did think it was interesting that it slowly like progressed like through the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like started with the black guy and like nothing's changed, and then all the way up to the redhead basically where
Yeah.
everything's gone to shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an interesting way to do the trailers. Like if you watch them in sequential order, the world devolves around them as you watch through, and it's pretty cool.
That is pretty interesting.
Loreline says Joel is still alive in Last of Us 2, according to the game producers referencing him, although he is much older.
If Joel's alive,
Which makes sense because
Yeah.
Ellie is also
well,
grown up.
Joel at this point would be Ellie's 3 years older because she's 14. She's 19. 5 years older.
Yeah.
Joel is at least
50
some
something.
because he's
Yeah.
like 30 at the beginning, and then we jump 20 some years.
Right.
Yeah,
What?
so
Joel's an NPC.
yes, which
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I
Joel,
get-
he's too old to
Yeah, no,
fight.
I get it,
He's
but-
no solid snake. He can't be just running
Oh,
around.
so you're telling me Grandpa's gonna be tagging along and I have to worry about him?
But I think that if the series is intelligent, that they'll kill Joel this game. That
Well, yeah, they have to.
right, I think they should kill Joel, and not because I don't love Joel, but because I
Yeah.
think we need. I don't know, like it just seems like if Joel's alive and Ellie's alive and everything's okay and
Yeah,
they're living in the
yeah.
safe zone, like
Yeah. Well,
we're
it's
not
either-
gonna
There's
have
no like
any-
real conflict. I feel
Right.
like for Ellie.
Right. It's either they're gonna kill Joel or they're gonna kill her new love interest.
I hope
Probably do both.
Ideally, both would be. If you want that kind of game, you have to take everything from a character.
Yeah. Take them, destroy them, bring them down.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's
rebuild them
just
up.
so. It's because humans, when we play games and we watch movies, we want things that remind us that we're mortal. It scares
Yeah.
us. Like, it's scary to know. Like, I have all these people I want to protect. Well, you can't always protect the people you want to protect.
Right.
Other things, can happen.
Unless you're people like me who protect Ben.
Yeah.
Protect Ben.
Yeah.
From Walking
in The
Dead.
Walking Dead
Oh,
season
the
1,
Telltale.
I killed Ben at every turn. That's like all I
I
did.
saved his
But she wouldn't
ass.
stop saving this traitorous piece of shit.
Which one was Ben? Was he the one who got trapped in the tractor?
No,
he's the
Ben.
one like toward the end or whatever. He's falling like through the staircase of zombies.
No, well, yeah, he does that, but
Yeah.
like before he does that,
He's just, like, the high school
he makes
kid.
like he's the high school kid.
That's right.
The first thing he does is accidentally start that war that
Oh,
gets
yeah,
your people
yep,
killed. Then
Yeah.
he fucks up and like leaves somebody in like a room and like
Yep.
to die. He just keeps fucking
Wasn't he the
up.
one who
And I
like fucked
saved
the
him.
like stole the medicine?
Yeah, I don't know. He did all the shitty. If something shitty happened,
He
it was
did-
fucking
yeah,
Ben.
Yeah, he was.
He had
Yeah.
his little fucking douchey fingers. in it.
Weasley is what he was.
And every time it was dark, like on several occasions, like when I finally got to the scene,
Yeah.
he's like about to fall down to his death to the zombies, and I just looked at him and he's like, help me, and I just literally sat there through the whole
Yeah.
scene looking at him, and he biffs it, breaks both his fucking legs, and the
Yep.
zombies eat him alive, and I was like,
Ah.
you fucking piece of shit, you
But
had
you
that
deserve
coming."
this.
And then but then like I thought like, oh fuck dude, I'm a monster.
And then it said something like, so and so will remember this.
Yeah. I
Anyways.
fucking hated Ben. And I think that the biggest obstacle, like if I had to make a list of top 5 biggest obstacles to me and Cal's relationship when we were meeting, it was that she
Yeah.
kept saving Ben. And
Yeah.
that's on the list.
And you're like, why you keep saving this
Yeah,
D-bag?
yeah, I'm like,
You know, I
I-
got a few things, but I won't.
I'm just saying that was a bit on the top 5 list. Trying to be with someone that keeps saving Ben that took me a while to get.
I'm
on
just
board with.
imagining like if you had like a Tinder profile or whatever. It's like, do not save Ben.
Yeah, if you saved Ben, don't send me a text.
Yeah. If you saved Ben and then The Walking
Swipe
Dead,
left.
you piece of
Oh,
shit.
he's a traitorous
Oh.
piece of shit. Go ahead and replay that game when you get the chance.
Yeah, I will.
Just
That,
to try.
it reminds me though, like I don't know if you guys like, well, you guys haven't played Detroit yet,
Not
right?
yet.
No, but I really want to.
Well, have you played the demo?
No.
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, like I'll try not to spoil it for you, but in the demo, you play as like the android, like who like supposed to clean up if there's any problems with the androids. He's the one they send to help fix it,
Yeah.
Okay.
and they're like. It's basically like
I've
there's
seen
a
that movie.
it's
That
a
was-
hostage situation, and he shows up, and then he's talking to the captain, and the captain's like trying to figure out what to do, and the guy's like, "Hi, I'm from the Android service. I'm here to see or help you." And the guy's like, "Oh, great, another one!" Like all that bullshit. And so he's giving this impression that he doesn't like androids, and so he's like, "Well, can I get some information about him?" And he's like, "Just fucking do your job." So basically, I go around the whole scene, gathered as much information as I can to know about the android in question, and then I basically start the standoff with him, where he's like, "Get back! I'm gonna kill the hostage," and you're like slowly easing back, like, getting closer and shit. And so I said everything nice to get this guy on my side, and it shows your percentage, like how much they trust you. And so I was like, "You're just defective. We can fix this. We know the problem. We know how to fix it, and you could go back to your normal life." And I finally got to like 90%. And then it's either you can reach out and like give a helping hand, or you can pull out the gun and shoot him in his fucking face. And so I had 100% trust. And Julie was sitting here with me. And she's like, "Oh, you're gonna help him." I whipped out my gun and popped him right in the fucking head, and he falls off the building.
Oh my God,
That's dark.
That's really dark.
That's really dark.
Yeah.
What a
God,
Rick
make sure
Grimes
not to
move.
get him on my.
That's a Rick Grimes move right
That
there.
is
Exactly.
really, yeah.
So
I was really interested in the game just because I love Jennifer Lawrence so much. Can you
Yeah.
still play? Is she playable character? or is
She's
she
the
just part
she's the
of
main
it?
I know-
character in the real game.
Well, I
yeah,
see
she's a character. I
everybody-
haven't got that far yet.
Well, I just see everybody playing like that male.
Yeah.
The male character.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 different
There's- yeah,
characters
it's
you can
like
You
play.
can pick
Multiple.
one.
No, it's just like
Those guys
at
really
this
like
certain
doing
part of the
that.
story, you're playing in
Okay,
that character.
okay.
And
They've done that in all their games. We decided that was the Heavy Rain guys and stuff.
that's
right?
yeah, it's the
I've
same guys who did
never-
Heavy
They,
Rain.
they tend to do that. Like their style of games is a big story with all these characters intersecting each other.
Laureline says I'm a horrible person.
I don't know about a horrible person. I mean, that droid was evil, right?
I'm really
Right, there's
excited to
definitely something wrong with
play
that
it,
droid.
though. It's
Yeah.
something I really.
Plus, it
wanna
wasn't
play.
like it was a real human. It was a droid.
It was
That's
a-
the
it was
whole
a-
point of the game,
yeah.
right? Is that they
Yeah.
are like
Aw.
They're like-
they want to be human.
But their programming
I'm gonna Blade
and
Runner them all.
their technology is so great that they're like they can feel and
Right.
think and experience pain and shit. Like, I don't know about experience pain, but like they have an indicator saying that, oh, hey, this is where you're supposed to feel pain.
Yep.
So they're like human, like, but
You know, I'm excited for it, but every time I get a story-based console game, I never finish it. I got through 20% of Horizon, 20% of Last Guardian.
yeah.
Like, I have all the Fallout 4. Like, I have
I'm
all these
almost
different
done.
story games, and I never finish them.
I've got one more guy to take down in Far Cry before
I know,
I'm almost
right?
done with that game finally.
Yeah.
I was gonna give that one to King Cord. He's like, "How you gonna give it to me?" And I'm like, "We have a physical copy." He's like, "What do you mean?"
What's physical copies?
I know, because I asked him, I was like, you can just give it to me after you're done. He's like, it's digital.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's digital. Well, see, here's the reason why I switched to digital, because one, it's the way of the future, but two, I was burnt by gamers when I used to work
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yes.
And so I was like, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to put it to you. It might be slow, but it'll slowly put you out of business. I'll just download my fucking games from the
I need
network.
a new hard drive. My hard drive's full.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I have like plenty of external hard drives around
I
here.
don't, they really need to. I don't. Maybe they need to charge an extra $50 on the PlayStation. But come on, guys, start giving
I
us 2
know,
terabytes.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
you can't give us 60 gig games.
Well,
and
the
then
one,
be like,
the one
"Here's
thing
a
that's
5
nice
gigabyte."
is you can take it off of your PlayStation,
Right.
and then it
Reinstall
recognizes,
it.
yeah. Which that's kind of
It's
I've had to do
helpful.
that, but
It's less helpful for me because I play a lot of like I have like 3 the games that you don't ever really uninstall because
Yeah.
you kind of just play them here and there.
I
yeah,
just like having hard copies of stuff. Same with books and comics and everything. I don't do ebooks because I like having hard copies of
I
stuff.
thi-
That's why I have that's why I get
Yeah.
games.
see, like
and not
in the
That's
past,
okay.
though, I was like a junkie. Like I was like, oh, I could trade this in and
Yeah.
get something else.
Yep, that'll
And you
do
get
it.
there and you're like, I can give you like a quarter, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
This is premium shit, dude.
I would never trade in just because,
Same.
like, what if you ever wanted to play it again? You know,
I never
Yeah.
traded
or like,
either.
what if you ever had kids and you want your kids to play the games
Yeah,
that you grew
I've
up?
I've definitely hit that part
Good
too.
luck trying to
'cause,
get
like,
your kids to play a game. I can't even. It takes me forever to find something to run my PS2 on, let alone
Right.
something
Yeah.
like.
I've definitely hit that too, where I'm like, oh, I want to play Kingdom Hearts again. I want to re-experience it. Oh yeah, I fucking traded that shit in for some fucking coke.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I've never
You
played
shook
that.
Cal's camera.
Did I
Your
shake-
camera's on here.
I
This
never
one.
played the Kingdom Hearts.
It's the
I mean,
table.
I know a lot
It's
of
the-
people
yeah,
are
the
excited
table,
for
there we
it,
go.
but
Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts will be exciting. The trailer was terrible. And
Kingdom Hearts 3
They
trailer?
joked
I haven't
about
seen
it.
it.
It's something they did something wrong with the audio. They
Oh.
took
like the effects or something.
all the effects were missing. So like there
Oh,
was like
really?
the vocal audio in a background
Yeah.
song, but
Yeah.
like there was all these things happening. Like Hercules like catches a boulder. It's like what you would imagine like as a, but it's just dead silent. So it's like
Yeah.
Herc, and then the music's playing. Like, it's just creepy, man. Oh,
Yeah.
what'd you do?
He's recentering me,
Yeah. There you go, Laureline.
but
Well, the first one and the second one were great. I didn't play any of the Game Boys, like I've said like a million times.
That's
I
okay,
I
though.
downloaded 2.8 or whatever it was, where it's just like 3 different mini games, and the only good one was the one where you play as the girl and you go back to the island where all the Heartless are taking over the island. That was
Right.
like the only good one worth playing.
I just
So-
think it's so funny that it's like Disney characters with this anime character.
Yeah, right.
Like the
It's-
first time
yeah.
Nick showed me a video of it, I was like, "This is weird."
Yeah.
And I love. It's so.
It was
will
such
never
a-
get
like
old.
Mickey and Goofy.
Yeah, it will
and-
never get
Yeah.
old to me that Mickey is like a total badass in that universe. Like,
Right, like,
"Oh,
he's
I'm gonna
like-
kill you, motherfuckers. like,
Like, hey, Sora,
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
hey, Sora, let's kill these motherfuckers.
I'm the king, Sora. Yeah. It was a crazy idea back in the day because you're like, what the fuck is this? Final Fantasy meets fucking Disney,
Right.
and you're like, I guess I have to give it a try. And you're expecting it to be shit, but it turned like it actually like grabs your fucking by the heart.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody make a comment in your stream about how like that was how people got their kids to play it? Like the kids wanted to play these games and they're like, "Oh, it's fine. It's got Disney characters
Yeah.
in it."
Pretty
Hey, look
much.
at this! It's got Mickey Mouse. Oh, I can't wait because in the third one there's the Toy Story and
Toy Story,
fucking
Frozen.
Okay,
couple
yeah,
of
I
those.
did like that. I've never played them, but I thought the Toy Story part looked pretty
The
good.
Monsters Inc. skins are kind of creepy.
Yeah.
they are creepy. But like in 2, you can go to like Lion King,
Yeah.
but your Sora is lion. That's really cool.
No, they're gonna be that one's gonna be great. I don't know. It's not something I'm super excited for because I don't really play them as much as some people.
Yeah.
But I'm still glad they're making it because I think a lot of people have been waiting a long time, like
Yeah.
almost a decade for it. So.
Oh,
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 hey Sora.
did they announce a new Final Fantasy at all?
I can't remember. I don't.
I think
don't
they're
play-
still
I don't
doing the
play them,
online
but
one.
it-
Do,
figured-
do people still play Final Fantasy?
I think it's just the online one.
Okay, is it? Okay.
Well, they've gotten at least one pass there because they're at least at 15.
I mean, if they're gonna do anything with the Final Fantasy, it's gonna be like they're gonna remaster one of the.
They did not announce that. That was actually on my list of things. Everyone thought that Final Fantasy VII remaster was going to be this year.
Didn't they already remaster it?
No, they were supposed to, and they did. It didn't come out.
Yeah,
Like,
and then they're like, "We'll make a movie."
yeah. There's Advent Children was pretty good though. Yeah,
Advent Children was pretty good.
but yeah, like they were supposed to do the remaster, and they didn't announce it this year, so people were mad about that.
People were pissed on our no mention. Of.
Yes.
Yeah.
That delay, but yeah, exactly that.
Have you ever met somebody who said, and maybe you're probably one of them, I don't know. Have you ever met somebody who's like, 7 wasn't that great. I actually liked 8.
Yeah, yeah. You always. Although I think a lot of people like 7, 8, 9, but like
Yeah.
what really got me was like one time, like those were all so epic. I remember watching people play through those and thinking, "Wow, that's a really cool universe." And
Yeah.
then like somebody would come over with like Final Fantasy like 10 or 12 or something, and be
Or
running
10
through like
too.
this giant city of big titted cat girls, and I'm like, "What
Yeah.
happened to you, Final Fantasy? What happened to you?" It's like
You've changed.
it's like your cousin that does drugs now. You're just
Yeah.
like, I don't even know who you are.
It's your
anymore,
cousin you
Final
haven't
Fantasy."
seen for years, and you're expecting your little tiny cousin, and then you get there and they're like fucking methed out and shit. You've changed, man. You've changed.
Yeah, man, that's. But yeah,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, I think all people kind of like.
Like 7's my favorite, and I don't mind 10. 10-2 was okay, but like, see, the thing was 7 like got me like story wise.
Right.
10 though.
Sephiroth is a great villain.
Right. 10 though, I think the only thing really like that held on to me was just the fashion of clothes.
Yeah.
Like the whole like half fucking hoodie, yellow half hoodie with like overalls.
No, yeah, there's some weird.
Like I
shit.
thought that was cool, and like I tried it, and of course it looked like shit on me.
You put it on.
Oh yeah, I went out
Cosplay?
as soon as I got the game. I'm like, this fucking guy is so fucking cool. I'm gonna go make this shit.
Maybe
And
you
I,
should start a sexy cosplay Instagram.
There you go.
maybe I
Like
should.
you just get
Yeah.
slutty cosplay outfits.
Yep.
Like I just remaster Final Fantasy
Yeah,
costumes.
like you put on like Cloud's outfit, but it's just like the right through here and like
have,
and you
like,
just got
mid-
the big old sword
Yeah, but like there's like no midsection.
Right,
Like my
right.
stomach's out.
and it's like really short shorts,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
bam, a big old
Like
Cloud
a big
sword.
old giant sword.
Yeah.
I'd follow that.
I'd follow that page.
Yeah, thanks, guy.
So I
think I'll-
saw
Do it.
Do it.
Coraline mentioned the ghosts of
Oh,
Shugashima.
Shukashima.
it looked pretty good. I mean,
Actually, I think that was
I
was
think
that? I think that was Musty.
either way?
Either way. Somebody brought it up a long time ago. When
Yeah.
we were mentioned.
Are you gonna
Here
talk
it
about
is.
our feelings on
Coraline
it?
did.
Would you
Sony.
like to talk about it? About what I talked about? Oh,
I think it looks really good.
I can't really remember what we talked about. with
All right.
it.
It's infuriating. Tell me I'm not the only one that finds it infuriating that they're all speaking
Oh,
English.
yes.
They're like, we're in Japan. It sets up. It all looks Japanese.
We're
as
in
fuck.
feudal Japan.
Everything's epic. It's old timey. And he's like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And you're like, "The
Hey.
fuck was that?"
Like you're expecting like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you want this deep, like
Yeah.
beautiful Japanese
like
accent.
subtitles.
If it's gonna be in
but-
English, at least give us like a really thick accent or
Yeah.
something that makes it.
Well, it
I even
sounds like
got-
a dude from California.
Right, I even got super mad because I was like, okay, maybe there's a reason for it, but like English was only invented like 100 years before
Yeah.
Yeah.
the game, and I'm like, there's no way this guy went and studied like a language that's only been around for like 100
So
years.
unless they're gonna give us some like backstory onto why he speaks English, I
Yeah.
feel like it's a really bad
Like
choice.
he moved to America when he was 12.
And even Emily's offended, and she's like, "I'm fucking Asian.
Yeah.
I'm fucking
Right?
That's
offended."
what I'm saying. It is offensive
It
because
is.
how are you going to make this game that's supposed to be rich and beautiful in another culture and then whitewash the cast?
Well, and it's funny
Although
because
that's like American specialty.
the like
Yeah, that
the
is.
bad guys or whatever. You hear them
Yeah.
talking.
They speak in,
yeah.
what is
Japanese?
No, it's whatever the Mongols spoke, which was something weird,
It's
like a
not
language.
Mongolian.
It's not
Mongolian?
Mongolian, I don't
It's-
think. I think they
I'm
had
not
a.
Was
sure.
it the Huns?
Well, yeah, I mean, but I can't remember
Anyways,
what their
they
language
speak
was.
like
They
in that
speak
language,
their
but they don't
language.
speak English. It's just like us and his.
It's
his, like-
it's our Japanese
Yeah.
people speak English, and the Huns speak like
Yeah.
Mongolian or whatever the Mongolians spoke.
Like in Mulan.
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Yeah,
Is it Mandarin? I don't know.
yeah, it was completely whitewashed. It's just it's embarrassing.
Which is funny because it looks like such a beautiful game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
enough to make
pretty.
me literally consider not
It,
playing the
it
game because
really looks good.
I
Yeah.
found it really infuriating.
But was that the one that they said they were only rendering at 30, or what game?
No,
was
that was Spider-Man that people were
Oh
mad
my
about.
God,
We can
right?
talk about that
Yeah,
in a
we
can
minute,
talk
but
about that
before we
later.
get to that,
Isn't that because they're going like across continents?
yeah, something like that. But yeah, the whitewashing the cast in a game that's supposed to be that like authentically beautiful and set in another like country like that, especially with no excuse, like finding a time period where they maybe could have learned
Yeah.
English, like
Yeah.
at least.
But like, if you play it on console, you're not gonna get that beauty of it.
Well, you will. You'll
I
just
mean,
get
there-
it at 12 FPS.
There's
yeah, like,
been
you're not
games-
Gonna, it's gonna not look.
There's
as good
been
as the
games where
trailer.
like they use the language and then just have subtitles. So I don't understand
Lots
why
of
they
them
didn't
do.
go that route.
We watched a lot of, and the annoying thing is that to the best of our knowledge, they never announced that they were also. They should have give us the option, like check on Japanese
It just
audio.
that's what she said after E3. They announced it.
Oh, thank God.
Well, that's good.
Probably because there was so much.
Well, they should have.
Slapback.
Yeah, there's so much hate for it.
Yeah, there's probably so much.
They're like, oh shit, we should probably change this.
That's
So
because it's
appar-
offensive.
It
So
is,
apparently
it
they
is.
did have the Japanese track already.
Yeah, that means they mastered it. They just didn't want to use it.
They just
Yeah.
didn't want to use it. They
Yeah.
probably just wanted the English version for.
Yeah, that's oh God.
I am pretty comfy, masochist. He's like, you look really.
Hey,
comfy.
honestly, like a game like that, you should have done.
Subtitled, yeah.
Mhm. There's
mean,
plenty of
'cause-
subtitle games out there that people play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not that I
There's-
can.
it's just
not that
like
I can
people
name one.
watching. It's just like people
Yeah.
watching anime, like purists, who
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Right.
listening to the Japanese
Yep.
voice actors.
And there are some animes where I still do that because I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There are some animes I watch dubbed, but subbed animes have some big advantages. The only time I'll watch dubbed animes is in English. I'll watch dubbed animes in English if it's a comedy because
Yeah.
jokes don't always land the same way in translation.
right. Because Japanese is so serious.
Right.
And you're
And
like, was that a
the
joke?
dub teams tend to like kind of make the jokes American funny. When it's a straight translation, sometimes the comedy is like, is that a joke?
I
Yeah.
have to watch dubbed. I'm just, I have a lot of reading problems, so it's hard for me to
Yeah.
keep up with the subtitles and
Yeah.
what's happening. That's why I usually
The
watch dubbed.
the current dub cast that Funimation has is good enough
Yeah.
that it's worth it.
Yeah,
I used to be all subtitled because I liked the variation,
Yeah.
but the couple of people they have on roster at Funimation right now, the guy that does like Edward Elric, I can't think of his no, goddamn it.
I can't think of his name either.
I was gonna say Vigo, but that's not him.
Yeah.
Vic something.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that does Full Metal Alchemist, the guy that does who's the guy that does everything? Meliodas. He does Meliodas.
yeah.
He does Eren Yeager. He does
I know
Kirito from
I know who
Sword
you're
Art.
talking about.
Like they just have a really good.
And the guy who plays Ling
the guy that plays
from-
Ling from Full Metals and a lot
and
of
of
stuff.
course, what's his fucking name?
The girl that plays Lucy,
Christopher
Christopher Sabat.
Sabat,
When he's in
and the
like the
DBZ team.
Funimation cast
Yeah.
right now is really good for all the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
animes. But
Yeah.
every once in a while, I'll still do a sub because I don't know. I feel like the English voice actors tend to put a little more interesting spins on their characters.
yeah. I didn't used to get pure.
I get that.
I'm sure from
masochist.
like BPG, like I like
Yeah.
English ones, but I've been watching a lot of the Japanese more authentic.
Yeah.
yeah, Sometimes they are.
The only ones that really I watched in English is Dragon Ball Z.
Ones that you've already started. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't just switch like that. Fucks.
Well,
with your
Dragon
head.
Ball and One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I
Like-
feel like those are, like you said, comedies, and you kind of miss the
Right.
joke after.
When I started watching, because when I watched all of Sword Art in Japanese, because I watched it like before it was English, and then
Yeah.
when Tay wanted to watch it, we watched it in English. I'm like, I fucking hate this. But it just took me a minute to like because I was like, these aren't what they sound like.
Yeah, this isn't what they
Yeah,
really sound like.
You pair their voices. So if I started in English, I have to watch it in English. If I started in Japanese,
Yeah.
I have to watch it.
When you do you ever start one in English on accident and go, "Oh fuck, now I have to watch this in
We're just
English"?
gonna ignore that Masochist said yuck Sword Art. We're just gonna just
Yuck, Sword Art.
because otherwise,
Sword Art is beautiful.
Something I always. So I'm watching Sailor Moon on Hulu because I never really watched it. I watched a couple episodes as a kid, and Nick cannot stand the Hulu voice actors.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
And their names in this one are Usagi and
yeah, they call them by their
Mamoru.
Japanese
Mamoru,
names.
but
They don't call them Serena or Darian.
No, they don't.
Oh, so
And
they call.
he's
They
just
ha- they
like
call
having a
them-
fit over here.
Yeah,
about
they
it.
keep being like Monamu, and I'm like, who the fuck is Monamu? Like, and I'm like,
But I think
do they
it's
mean
so
Prince
good.
Darian?
Is that Prince Darian?
And
Is
then
that Sailor Moon?
his,
What's her name?
His prince name is and that is I can't think of the name.
I don't know. And yours?
I'm
Yeah,
trying to-
I
I'm
can't
trying to
think of
work
it.
this
It's something
fucking
funny,
mic.
it's something weird. But I thought that was funny.
But I really took it. I took it really hard when I don't know what render the Hulu one is,
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
it is not the classic Funimation one that we all watched after school.
And, I don't
Yeah.
mind because I don't watch.
Are you
I
doing
don't
okay
watch
over
it.
there?
I'm trying to. They keep telling me I'm cutting out, and and then I'm like at camera, like completely covering my face.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just turn it up a little bit. We'll all try to whisper.
Yeah.
No,
So
no,
we don't break the
yeah,
noise
yeah.
gate. We'll just try not to break the noise gate.
Crunchyroll. I tried Crunchyroll for a
Kyle's
little
breaking
bit.
your noise gate 100%
Sorry.
now.
100%.
I'm
Are we
sorry.
all breaking the noise gate now? No, it's only Cal.
I'm sorry.
You want a
I
drink?
just choked.
Want a drink?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
You gotta be a little quieter now. Oh
Sorry.
god, no, we're definitely peaking your
Hold
mic.
on.
So like really.
Never mind, turn it back down and just get closer. Because the
So,
noise gate would have to go
quit
high.
dying over there, Cal.
All right.
So, anyways, just really quick, did you guys watch the live action Full Metal Alchemist
No,
on
then I
Netflix?
won't.
Haven't
You
done
won't?
it.
Every single live action I've seen of any of the animes have been shit.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
been complete shit.
Yep.
And I don't.
That's
wanna
how you
ruin
feel,
Full
too?
Metal.
I'm still gonna watch it
Oh.
secretly at night when no
I
one
thought you
knows.
guys would be proud of me because I watched it.
I'm gonna
I know a lot of people said it's a lot like the anime, which is.
I'm
which
gonna
is
watch
fine,
it.
but goddamn
I'm gonna
it.
watch it in my underwear in the dark, eating like
Yeah.
a pizza or something like where
Like
no
just
one knows
like
it happened.
just eating like spoonfuls of
yeah,
peanut butter,
If you watch
like in your boxers.
if you watch a live action anime in the dead of night, no one has to know.
Except I'll know because they'll be on our history.
Yeah.
You gotta open her throat wider. Hey,
Ooh.
Don't
Hey.
be complaining ever.
good point. Valid.
Anyways, on to that Spider-Man
Yeah,
game.
so Spider-Man is locked
Spider-Man.
at 30 FPS and people are mad.
Is that because of Xbox or is it because of the
PlayStation 3 too,
Switch?
PS3 and Xbox.
I don't know why they did.
But they
Why are
don't-
they making a PlayStation?
I don't know, but or no, maybe not PS3, maybe it was, but PS4. Sorry, I forgot. I meant PS4 and PS4 Pro. The PS4 Pro is the only one that could handle it at 60 FPS, but they're
Yeah.
still not going to render.
But they're
it.
not going to put it at 60
Yep, they're
as
gonna
everyone
keep it
else
at
is at
30.
30. That's such bullshit. We
It's-
talked about that on BBG
It's
too.
lazy.
Yeah, really.
It is. It's lazy and it's bullshit. It's trying to please everyone because everyone have a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, get up on your mic, bro. Get
Get up on my mic.
too much on the
Too
mic.
much on the mic.
What I'm really excited for is that it's supposed to be a lot like the PS2 Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Like the.
they even showed a couple
Yeah,
of
but-
scenes, and it's really similar.
Oh yeah,
It looks
like
pretty fun.
comparable to the PlayStation 2.
Looks just like it, almost
But
hilariously.
like, well, more polished.
Well,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
the graphics are better.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like realistically, it looks kind of really cool like that. I'm interested in how the movement system will work exactly. But I'm excited to try it.
Oh, Musty Bruce says that it can't handle 60 FPS on the Pro because it's not stable.
Weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Weird.
I can't believe the PS4 Pro can't handle it at 60 FPS.
And now we're having talks of PlayStation 5. I mean, if we can't even handle that shit on 4.
Really?
Well, that's why they need the PlayStation 5, because they need to put the new. When was the PS4 Pro made?
Only
Like
a year,
a year ago, yeah.
Year or two ago.
Wasn't long.
I just
Yeah.
mean they didn't have the 10,000 series.
I feel like it was.
GPUs.
I feel like it was like last.
10,000.
November.
I
It
meant
wasn't
10
that long
series.
ago.
Well, either way,
Yeah.
whenever they made it, the 10 series GPUs weren't out.
Yeah.
They were still locked at our old school GPUs and I don't even know what PS4 uses. I'd have to look it up, but because they probably use their own design. But either way, the technology was locked for GPUs, and now we have the 10 series and possibly the 11 series coming out soon of the GPU series, both for NVIDIA and I don't know what the R9, like the newest ATIs are, but you guys know, you get
Yeah.
the gist.
Julie says it was 2016 when the Pro came out.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, they were still locked on the 9th gen GPUs.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if
I
the
mean,
PS5
like-
comes out, it'll have same thing with DDR3 RAM.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Musty Bruce says it.
That's
At
really-
best, it's a
that's very
4K menu
funny.
console.
Yeah, so the PS4 uses a Radeon HD 7800. That is almost 3 series behind 3 or 4 series behind where we're currently at.
Yeah.
Because that's not I know they for sure have an 8000 series, and after the 8000s they have like the R7, the R6, the R7 and the R9 or something.
Yeah.
So like I'm not familiar with ATI anymore, but the PS4 is locked like they're still locked like a long way behind like what we're using on PC.
Yeah.
And that's because it generates too much heat for that case. But yeah, hopefully the PS5 they'll find something to do. I don't know why they don't just make it a slightly larger case, give the better airflow, and let people find a place to put their bulky
Yeah.
gear. Just make it a little. I mean, it's a miniature PC. Make it more PC. And you know what?
Yeah.
Just buy a PC.
I'm sure honestly, like the look isn't gonna be that bad. Like if you just
Yeah.
make it like a giant fucking box,
Dude, if they
it
could-
has
if
like
they could- if they-
beautiful fucking airflow
if
in
it
it.
runs perfectly and it runs better and it's smooth, shit, man. Give me a full
Yeah.
tower size. Like I'll
Yeah.
take it.
I don't care if it's the size of a goddamn bookshelf, as long as it can do what I want it to do. You
Yeah.
know.
We should talk about Nintendo. I feel like we haven't talked much about
Splatoon
it.
Ninja.
Yeah, so I didn't really pay attention too much about Nintendo because I had a Switch for a little bit, but then I got rid of it.
Yeah, I have a Switch and I bought it because my friend, my friend has one. She's like, come play Mario Kart with me, and
Yeah.
you need to play Zelda. So I
Yeah.
bought it and played literally like 10% into
I-
Zelda.
I'm glad Mirage said it because I also was unimpressed with the new Smash, but I didn't ever want to tell anyone because
I've never
everyone
played it.
everyone is kind of disappointed with
I'm glad
Smash.
that I thought I was the only one that felt that way.
One of the
Mirage
biggest
said it out
things
loud.
everyone's whining about right now is like Waluigi isn't like he couldn't make it into it. Like Mario, whatever the fuck his name is, made it.
Wario.
Yeah,
Wario.
Wario made it, but Waluigi didn't.
I was just really not. I don't know why, but
Weird.
I don't know, man.
I've never played them.
I haven't really been a huge fan of Smash Brothers personally since GameCube, like N64 and GameCube versions.
I mean, I played the Wii U one mostly
Yeah.
because Snake was in there.
Right. I mean, I get the idea behind them, and sometimes it was fun to watch, like when you'd watch like a couch stream, like a bunch
Yeah.
of friends trying to.
Well,
win
it was
on
just fun for me because I would go to my friends and play.
Right. I
Like I didn't
watched-
own it, I would go to my friends and
Yeah.
play it.
I'd watch some sort of like charity stream for cancer where they were all beating the shit out of each other on
Yeah.
Smash Bros. That was pretty fun.
I've never played
Kirby
them.
beating the shit out of Pikachu for cancer.
Though they did announce Mario Party, which I'm really
GameCube
excited about
controller.
because I
Yeah.
actually like
Mario Party's just not my thing, but I get the
I
idea.
like it a lot.
I played it once in a while. I mean, it wasn't as fun as Smash, but
Yeah. I
I played
it-
cards too.
That was
but
like kind of like one of those games that like every time I'd go over to somebody's house, I'm like, God, I hope they don't make me play Mario Party.
Really?
I
Like
think-
you were regretting? You were like hoping?
Yeah,
like,
everyone here knows that I'm like a hardcore PC fan
Yeah.
for the most part.
You're like
So-
I just really hope they're playing Bless right now and
No,
not
not like that.
Mario Party.
What
I would just
have-
rather just sit and grind for like 6
Let's
hours.
be honest. If you could think of one gaming platform in the world that was the polar opposite of PC, who would you think it was? Because I would vote Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like PC is like power, graphics, design,
Yeah.
everything, and like
Nintendo's over here with like Wii
yeah,
bowling.
Nintendo's like, are you sure you don't want to play Nintendogs?
You sure you don't want to play
Hey, let's
Wii
not hate on
Sports?
Nintendogs.
Like
Yeah.
Nintendo is the bane of the gaming existence for me. Now I know not everyone feels that way, but I do.
And going off of like Mirage's saying there, like there are a lot of eShop. The games like Sonic was on there, and that
Right.
Stardew Valley. I bought Stardew Valley. on
Stardew
there.
Valley, yeah,
Yeah,
some
it
of
is.
those.
It is funny that
Yeah.
I feel
Again,
like
that's
all
still
the
a port.
eShop stuff is better than like what they announced that's coming out.
Right, but that
Yeah.
again, we're kind of talking about. At least I'm talking about exclusives, because still, again, like Stardew Valley's on there, yeah, but why would you play it on
I
there?
know,
when
right?
you
Because
can
I
play
already have it on PC and I play it on PC. I don't play it
Yeah,
on my
like-
Switch.
Yeah.
I want good
But
games.
Sonic was on there. I
Son-
don't think
yeah,
Sonic,
Sonic
you can play
is
on
good.
PC.
I would love a full remake of Sonic Adventures 2
Yeah.
with
I
like.
feel like everyone's kind of tired with Sonic. Like, nobody wants a
Dude,
remake.
I would love a remake of like the Sonic versus Shadow. You know, the one where you like race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that game. It's Sonic Adventures 2, I
yeah,
think it was.
I feel like everyone, especially around the time Shadow came out, everyone was like, "Fuck."
Yeah,
Fuck
that dude,
this.
Shadow's like the coolest Sonic character.
Can we just kick Masochist out of here? I feel he's like fuck Sword Art, fuck Sonic. Like
Yeah.
He's just,
you.
he's just here to say fuck everything I love.
Though I was really disappointed there was no Animal Crossing announcement at all.
I think
Because
everyone was.
that's
Yeah.
literally the only Nintendo game I really truly like.
Nintendo really has pretty much Zelda,
Well, like
Mario
they're
Mario.
Kart, and
Any
Fuck.
Mario really.
Mario, Zelda, and Nintendo.
I think Nintendo
I'm
kind
just
of
gonna get Nintendo.
Nintendo just kind of like threw all their eggs out in
Yeah.
their basket with this like cardboard
Oh my
campaign.
God, I know.
I feel
like-
like they just keep trying to get cooler, but then they never put out anything new, like any
Yeah.
Yeah,
games.
they're like,
at all.
"Hey,
They're like, we're just
millennials,
gonna make
Who-
more Mario and
Who's
more
ready
Zelda.
for Mario 72, Zelda 47, and Nintendogs 15?
and you can play it now with cardboard box."
Yep, and then put on this fake VR goggles for
Yeah.
only $40.
They're like, "Hey, you know that thing you get your pizza in? What? Guess what? We can make it into a holder for your face that holds your Switch to your face."
So a lot of people like Splatoon.
Splatoon's
People
okay.
really like. I don't play it, but a lot of people.
What's the best? What's Mirage? What's if you had to pick the number one best Switch game, like one that would turn somebody? If I'm a hardcore gamer, like I love playing games, what would be your number one pick to turn somebody around? Because I'll go home and buy it. I'll go
Yeah,
home and
right.
buy whatever it is and play it on the Switch.
Yeah.
And if it turns me around, then I'll be glad to do it.
I mean,
But-
I'll give you the two, and it was really the only two that I liked. And then as soon as I was done with them, I was like, "Okay, I'm done with this." Was
Yeah.
Zelda
I,
and the Mario Odyssey.
I
And
want to
after
play
that-
Mario Odyssey,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's kind of like not fair because that's just like they only got me on that because it looks like Mario 64.
Right.
Like I don't.
Yeah, it was pretty much Mario 64. But yeah,
yeah, but not a lot of
Nintendo now in
releases.
paper.
I am
Not
surprised
now in
there
paper.
was no Sim release for Switch.
Yeah,
Like they had
I-
Sim on everything, like
And-
every other platform for Nintendo.
Yeah.
except
They also
Switch.
released Sims on like PlayStation and
Yeah.
like PlayStation's terrible formatting for that.
yeah, but it was like, wasn't it like it was like half price though on PlayStation?
Right,
it
but
was
at
like
least,
$30.
At least the Switch feels like because the Switch has some touchscreen, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So like at least the Switch feels like it could be
Yeah.
utilized correctly for the game. PlayStation is so clunky for.
Yeah.
I think the problem was is that EA went and made a whole nother.
I think you could have ended that sentence at the problem was E EA.
Yeah, I could have. I really could have. No, the problem was EA was like, "Hey, let's just make a whole new Sims game on mobile,"
Right.
and it's like.
That-
It is a Sims game, but it's like half of a Sims game. Like it's not an actual
Right, right,
Sims
right.
experience for me. Like it's not the full experience, you know.
Cat attack.
So I don't know. I like Nintendo. I think Nintendo should stick around a lot. Maybe work on some more like some cool new games that are gonna get people into.
Booping a cat.
But
Was-
I think they just kind of fell face first around this E3.
I'm not excited about Fortnite added to anything.
No.
No.
Fortnite Mobile. That was such bullshit.
You know why they did? They did that because PUBG went mobile.
Right.
I
They
thought
were
PUBG
all
went after.
they were all fighting over the
I thought
mobile
PUBG
release.
literally was after Fortnite. And they were like, oh
dude,
shit,
they
we
released
have to
like on
do it.
top of each
Oh,
other.
did
It's
they?
hard to tell.
I thought PUBG was first.
I think
I thought it was hilarious.
First,
I thought it was hilarious how PUBG tried to sue Fortnite.
yeah, that was funny.
They're
my
like, you
God.
can't make. We had that
Royale.
style first. You can't do that. And then Fortnite's like, yeah, but we can build shit in ours, so it's not the same. It's just like how like
I think they were just doing it for publicity. To
Probably,
get their, like,
probably.
PUBG sues.
it's just like what's his name? Ice. The guy who did Ice Baby like stole the melody
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Queen.
Under pressure.
And like, yeah, but this one goes dun 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 ding dong. And I'm like,
Dude,
oh,
that's like all
it
you have
does.
to do is like change that one note and it's good.
Yeah.
Did you hear about how Fortnite was suing that like 14-year-old kid for cheating?
I hope that.
Oh, was that the one where he like
deserve it.
had a grocery cart and he somehow got to the
It was
lobby
a while
island?
ago. I
This
thought it
was
was
some,
before
yeah, this
grocery
was
carts
somebody
were a
else.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
But like,
he was just hacking.
yeah, he
Oh,
was like
really?
cheating on the game, and he's like, "You violated our terms and conditions of cheating." And I'm like, "You're really gonna sue some like 14-year-old kid because he was cheating?"
I don't know, man. Is there anything more annoying than getting killed by an aimbot
No,
in a game?
I know, but like,
Yeah.
I say sue them
so
all.
many people do that, and like, I'm
Sue
just like,
everyone. Sue every aimbot.
I don't
for
know
all they're
about
worth.
I don't know about suing, but like you can like ban them or
Right.
some shit like
No,
that.
because
you
you
know?
just make new accounts. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Free to play games.
but like, apparently his mom didn't know he was even playing the game, and she
Yeah.
was like, I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I just
say-
thought that was,
I think we
that
should
was
take-
funny.
I didn't even know how he got
think
this
we should
PC.
Take aimbotters and throw them in jail. Just make us
Really?
put them in Guantanamo Bay and torture them.
So you want to go back to like when downloading songs and music off the internet, where like CIA was like busting in people's houses?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm actually
Like you're
pro.
stealing.
I'm pro free sharing environment and P2P downloading.
Yeah.
I'm anti people being little
So you
cowardly
don't
dicks online.
want to sue them for having.
I wanted to see. I just didn't want to miss this real quick. Toma recut Japanese horror game coming to Switch. Valkyrie Chronicles. Streets of Rage, but with zombies. Okay. I can come back because we have. You keep the video, so I can look at this later on. Because I want to look into some of these and try out one of these Nintendo Switch games.
Yeah.
And see if I can find one that really
Yeah.
actually brings something to the table for me. A few of those sound interesting. I love zombies, so maybe Streets of Red would be one that really
Yeah.
stood out to me since I love zombie lore and gameplay.
Yeah. So you don't want to sue the people who are making the aimbots. You want to sue the people who are using it. It's kind of like the gun situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like we're not gonna hold the gun companies hostage or like hold
Yeah.
accountable for making the guns and making them so dangerous. We're gonna hurt the people who use them.
I don't know how I feel about it, but definitely I want whoever cheats in games to be more responsible than getting banned and having to make a new account with a new name.
Yeah.
That's all, Like
I just feel like it.
maybe suing is a little much. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
sue is a
14
little-
like
I
a child.
bet
He's
that
a
kid. I bet that kid never cheated.
I
again.
definitely think we should do something
Kid probably
like
never plays Fortnite again.
Yep.
I'm never playing Fortnite. I feel like it would be too much. I feel like maybe banning or something would be good.
But banning's not enough because
Like just get their IP address
ban.
and make sure
IP
like they
ban
can't
would
ever
be
have
okay.
yeah.
But then you can VPN dodge if you're smart. Hopefully that kid's not that smart, but
We're gonna have to put our top scientists on this.
I know. That's rough.
It is rough.
It's a rough life.
Well, we need to start. We need
Yeah,
to start the
yeah.
conversation, people. We need to start this
Start the
conversation.
conversation.
How late do you guys usually run? Almost 4.
Usually until we
2
feel like.
hours, and it's 2 hours 7 minutes, so we usually
Yeah.
start wrapping up right about now.
Yeah, but we haven't even talked about conspiracies.
We
We
can
can
do a
do
whole
my
episode of it.
like what is it?
The ambush interview.
Oh yeah, we could do the ambush. We could do conspiracies on the next episode. We'll be out of E3 stuff to talk about.
Yeah, but we named this one conspiracies. E3
Well, maybe
is it a
E3
conspiracy?
E3 was a conspiracy because of something specific that happened.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like
They didn't give us
EA.
the games that we wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, EA, I hate like these big reveal shows. Like, I get why they do them. And I think they're exciting, but I play in the world of games. Like, I don't play story games as much. I play like MMOs, FPSs, and none of those ever get revealed at these. So like, my reveals always happen at like something else, like Gamescom.
Like you
or
never see
something.
like World of Warcraft in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like Blizzard never comes because the big companies like Blizzard, they have BlizzCon. They do their own shit.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't need fucking.
Well,
EA.
I'm sure EA has their own convention too.
Maybe.
Or do you think they're like the guy who always like sneaks in?
I think they want to be. I think they want to be at E3 so that they can seem big. Like they
Yeah.
want to be the big dog.
It
at
was
E3.
fucking cringy watching. Like they never had, there was nobody ever in the background. It was always some like spokesperson or whatever talking about them. But they're in like an empty room or an empty parking lot. Then they would like show the game where everyone showed Battlefield and everyone was like booing that shit. And then they went back to one of the spokespeople like kissing a flower wall that they put up themselves. And I was like, oh, just hanging out the flower wall. And it was so fucking cringy.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
So what Musty was saying is that the reason they tried to sue, and this is valid. So Fortnite never was supposed to be a battle royale. When I wanted to get Fortnite originally, it was a horde-based building game,
Right.
tower defense. And
Right.
then PUBG got successful, and they're like, psych, we're also Fortnite Battle Royale.
Yeah.
And just out of nowhere. They had no plans to design that. And so realistically, they did literally rip off PUBG or anybody.
Yeah.
But PUBG ripped off other people. Like everybody ripped off somebody.
Yeah. Hey, Masochist, a lot of people were hoping
Star Fox
that there was
and
going to
Star
be a skate game, like another
Wait, they did talk
announcement.
about one, didn't they?
Skate?
Yeah.
They didn't end up actually doing it. They talked about doing
okay.
it.
Was it just like a concept?
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
talked
I
about
would
doing
love
it.
like Tony Hawk Underground 2. That was like my childhood.
Yeah, a lot of people were, because there was starting to get some hype, like Tony Hawk was going to make another Tony
Yeah.
Hawk game.
Right.
That'd be great.
And like he made a like stunt, like publicity, like ramp where it was like a cylinder where he'd have to like ride inside the cylinder down a spiral and a half pipe, which was like thought to be like impossible. But then he did it, and then like there's a video of it, and we're like, oh yeah, like he's gonna make his new game,
Yep.
but never nothing.
I would have been excited for it. I would have played it even though I wouldn't have cared about it. Like I wouldn't have been like
I would have played it just to have like nostalgia. Just
Yeah,
like,
same.
oh yeah,
I think that's like yeah.
Musty said Microsoft announced a skate game.
They did
Oh, did
actually
they?
announce it.
I
didn't see it in
Microsoft
my-
announced it in E3.
I'm not
I don't remember
sure.
seeing it in Microsoft's thing.
It seems like they announced a lot of stuff after E3.
Yeah,
Like they
which
were
a lot
like,
of companies do. They don't want to like
I don't know. That was weird.
prematurely.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like PUBG ripped off H1Z1, H1Z1 ripped off DayZ. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a never-ending circle of somebody ripping off somebody.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, like E3 was all in all not a terrible experience this year. It's just I don't know, man. Like the conventions are a little over the top. Like I feel like people overhype it too much. Like
Yeah, 'cause,
Like I just want to know. Just give me a list. Say like I want it to be like one of those lists. It's like here's what's coming out on Netflix this month. Here's what
Yeah.
games are coming
Yeah.
out this year.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
need like all the shit.
I don't know, E3 just kind of feels like, at least this year to me, it was just kind of like meh.
Yeah. Overall,
Like
There's a few
they
really great
they
ones
announced
I saw.
Spider-Man way before E3.
Yeah, way
They
before.
announced Last of
Last
Us
of Us.
Part 2 already before. You know, we already saw most of the trailers, like teasing
a lot of
trailers.
them get leaked.
So it's kind of like, what's the point? in
Just
it?
for the producers.
I
and
think it would be fun to
developers
go.
come
Like if you
out.
bought a pass and showed
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that would be fun. But like watching it on Twitch and YouTube and
Yeah, just
from
watching
home,
the
it just
streams
doesn't
of it.
feel that cool.
No.
Yeah, it's just like going to fucking My Little Pony convention.
Yeah, like if I were able to go to E3, I think I'd have
Yeah.
fun there.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd probably go hang out. In the
I mean,
EA
like, what
trailer.
do we don't have a lot of like these streams for Comic Con, do we?
No, not
Really?
really.
Like, I feel like E3 is just that. Like, it's just, if you're going to it, it's gonna be fun. But
Yeah.
seeing it on a stream, it's not that great.
Agreed.
So, okay, well, let's talk about just quick conspiracy, and then we'll do your ambush, and we'll get out of here. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
What's the conspiracy of the day?
Well, I figured we'll just go ahead and retouch from BBG, just to get some of the newer viewers who are in here an idea of me and you and how our conspiracy conversations go.
I don't believe in any conspiracies. That's how mine.
And I believe in all of them.
Elvis is still alive, baby.
Elvis is still I think our famous one is that I believe Courtney killed Kurt Cobain.
Right. Which is absolute nonsense.
I don't think it is absolute nonsense. I mean, what's your take on this, Cal?
I honestly
She's
don't
like,
know.
I'm not familiar with Courtney Love.
She's like, who's?
No, I literally am not.
She's like, who's Kurt
I knew
Cobain?
who Kurt Cobain was, but I thought he literally just overdosed on.
Ooh, that's the wrong answer. He
Oh,
shot
he shot
Ouch.
himself. He shot himself. That's right.
Actually, that's the right answer, Cal. But he didn't do it.
Dude,
Courtney
oh
did
my
it.
God.
I mean,
So in BBG, like, there's this huge thing, and it was actually before BBG. Like, Nick and I used to be in a band that was like 2 weeks old, and we were at band practice once, and we were trying to think of songs to practice, and I wanted to do a Nirvana song, and before we even started doing the Nirvana song, I was like, just by the way, Courtney killed Kurt, and then we went into it. And then Nick was like, well, why do you think that? And I was like, I've been watching a lot of these documentaries, man. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get what they're saying. And,
This is the Alex Jones section.
yeah. And,
They're making the frogs gay.
friggin' frog's gay. I'm going to say it slow for you.
I don't know this.
Alex Jones is a lunatic.
I don't know who it is.
He's a
He
lunatic.
does
He's got his own talk
conspiracy
show.
theories, but he's like, he really,
He doesn't even get all the facts. He just
Yeah,
like,
he just
he just
makes
immediately
up.
goes, like, that's real.
There's
Yeah.
facts with conspiracy.
The government's controlling the weather.
That's why there's
yeah.
called conspiracy.
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails.
Okay.
The water's turning our frogs gay.
That's the big one. There was a big quote. He made a big speech where he yelled about how all the frogs are turning gay from the water.
What?
Yeah.
Nonsense.
And it's so fun. He's on Joe Rogan's podcast all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's so funny. He's
Anthony Bourdain was killed by Hillary and the Democrats.
But yeah, so the conspiracy that the first one that started off our conspiracies was the Kurt Cobain one. And the story goes is that he was found dead in the apartment above the garage in Seattle with a shotgun laying on top of his body, and his wallet was like displayed, so his driver's license was out, which is like a sign that says like, I committed suicide, basically. This is who I used to look like before I shot myself in the face. And everyone ruled it as a suicide because he was kind of like that depressed kind of guy, and he was always doing drugs, and he's like overdosed like once or twice in his life. And it was shortly after he almost overdosed in France, I believe, and everyone thought that was a suicidal attempt. But it was just an overdose.
Yeah.
And he like ended his tour, came home, went to rehab, and then he like pulled himself out of rehab early and then killed himself, supposedly. But the conspiracy before we reached the photos that they released is that Courtney hired somebody to kill him because he was threatened, because she was using him to get famous and to party and get drugs and shit like that, and she didn't like the idea that he was going to get clean and he was going to quit doing the band because he didn't like being famous. And so the theory was that she hired somebody to do it, or she did it herself and hired somebody to clean it up, make it look like an accident. And the suicidal note looked like it was like a note that was written a long time ago by someone, and then at the very like last 2 or 3 paragraphs, it looks like it was written by somebody else very recently. And after the photos they released back when we were on BBG, they released a bunch of photos, and they were showing the shotgun was laying on his chest, but the shotgun was really, really long, to the point where like it was as long as his leg. So how would you get like your trigger? You know, how would you pull the trigger while it was in your mouth and all that stuff? Like, you wouldn't be able to reach it unless you were like standing really weird. And the body was laid out perfectly. The shotgun was laid out perfectly. But the exit of the exit for the shells that come out was facing the wrong way, and the shell was on the opposite side. Was another one. he also had enough heroin in him to kill like a fucking rhino. And so there, like another thing would be like he would be so high out of his mind or already dead from the heroin that there's no way he could have shot himself. And so there's just a bunch of like shit that just doesn't add up.
I mean, the only thing that I feel like is wrong with that is just like, if you were really gonna kill yourself, like, you know, shoot yourself, why would you take the time to set out your wallet?
No, because
I'd be
that's
like,
how
they'll
they
just
identify your body.
They'll just pick it out of my pocket though. Like,
Yeah, but-
I
It's trying
have
to be-
wallet
it's
on
trying
me
to be
all the
polite.
time.
But it's not. It's not.
It's like, if I'm gonna kill myself, I'm just gonna go do it. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
No,
gracefully set it
that's,
down.
That's like saying nobody would ever leave a suicide note.
A lot of people don't.
A lot of people don't.
A
but
lot of people don't,
do.
but a lot of people also do, and a lot of people who are like
Lots of
going to
people-
shoot themselves in the head
Mhm.
leave like a picture or their driver's license to show like this is what I used to look like in case if like their face was too fucking mangled up.
Right.
No, but like, you would just pick it out of the pocket.
Yeah, I mean you.
Like the police or whoever would be like there to like do
I
the
don't know. A lot of
investigation.
people that-
They would find it. And
A lot of people that commit suicide take the time to write a note, set up a scene, and have
seems
it
like a lot of
be-
time to
Yeah.
think about, should I do this or not?
Well, I mean, a lot of people
don't
do
make it
like
impulsively.
some people like think about it for like years.
Yeah, a lot of people don't do it
Mhm.
impulsively. But
Yeah.
more important, if Courtney Love had any role in killing Kurt Cobain, it was because he asked for help. Like he was like, I can't.
Yeah.
This shotgun's really long, babe. Will you help me out?
How do you know that it wasn't like a photoshopped like photo?
You don't.
Yeah,
Or,
exactly. Like,
you
or-
can't know that about
The
You
anything.
mean
shotgun
like
could have been
doctored?
photoshopped to look longer. Like,
You can't know anything. That's the worst part of the internet these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you can't even tell. You wouldn't know if the front page of your local newspaper is doctored.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know much about any of it.
What does Vasquez want to show? I'm seeing this insane thing right now.
so that's our like most famous one because we always come back to it and then quote it and shit.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, part of our old segment on BBG was we did gaming news, comic news, nerd news, pop culture, conspiracy theories.
Conspiracies.
Oh, dark
deep-
web.
dark web
is my favorite.
and creepypasta.
I love doing dark web creepypasta
I
shit.
don't know.
I love that shit too.
That's
but-
like when
You're
we
just telling me about dark web.
yeah,
the
when
other
we
night.
we would do things like when people
people would make like these crazy satanic websites
yeah, like
or whatever.
satanic websites and stuff that like
You going on the dark web trying to find this shit?
No, we'd find like YouTube videos where other people like
yeah.
search.
There was this one that I'm sure was like I don't believe in anything. Just to be clear, I don't believe in spirits. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in heaven or hell, demons, angels. None of it. I am a full on. I believe in what I can
Though,
see and touch. And
I will
feel.
say, last night our cat was like creepily like meowing into the vent, and then Nick opened it,
Oh, yeah.
and then like we turned on Netflix, and he paused it to go to the bathroom, and then he left, and I was nowhere near it, and it just unpaused itself, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's a little weird, but I'm just
Like,
gonna go
Oh
with
no,
it.
you let it in.
I'm not afraid of anything. Yeah, like Tay's like something's in the vent, and I'm like.
And then he's like, I'm not gonna look. And I was like, what? You scared? He's like, I'm not scared of anything.
I'm not
and he
scared
went
of
over there
anything.
and did it. And I was like, why?
That was the attitude you guys had when you came with well, mostly Nick did when you came over here and we did our ghost.
Yeah,
Sessions.
I literally don't believe in anything. Like, there's nothing, no supernatural thing scares me.
Though I will
Yeah.
say the scariest thing I've ever heard is my friend. She has a baby, so she has a baby monitor constantly in her bedroom,
Right.
running. And I went to go to the bathroom, and it's just like playing that white noise in the background. I'm like, this is weird.
I don't like
Yeah,
It's really.
we
really
actually
weird.
those walkie talkies. If you can see them on my bookshelf, I got those for my son for Christmas. And it was really creepy because I was going through the channels and I was trying to make sure we could get on a channel where we weren't going to be like interrupting some truck driver or something,
Right.
or like local authorities or whatever, and like get the fuck out of here, kid. And it was like the third channel, and I was getting somebody's baby monitor, and I could like literally hear every conversation.
Weird.
And it would come in though, like it was like another walkie-talkie because
Yeah.
it would like whenever it shut off, there might like a noise gate basically.
Yeah.
But it was like really weird, and you couldn't pick up the words clearly enough to know what they're talking about. But you can tell that there was two other people
Yeah.
talking.
The funny part is that probably means that you were interrupting their signal. So you should have just been like,
I should have. But I was too weirded out because I was like, I wasn't weirded out that I was hearing it. I was weirding out because I was like, it's really this easy for me to get into like someone else's like
Yeah.
house.
Radio frequencies are just like, one of the easiest things in the world to hack. You'll notice every time I come over with my webcams that they're covered. We keep ours are nerdy ones, but this one and this one, happy. Those are literally designed so that when I'm done with my stream for the day, I just tuck it right over like that. Because that's the easiest thing in the world to hack is webcams because they're controlled by USB.
Yeah.
Mics and webcams. So always mute your mic, always cover your webcam.
Yeah. These get unplugged and put into the bag. That's why I call this the podcast in a bag, because
Podcast in a bag.
all this equipment goes right into a duffel bag.
Yeah,
See-
Google always listening to your shit for real though.
See, it's
Yeah.
hard for me because my friend, the one with the baby, she really believes in all this like ghost stuff, and she's always telling me about all these things that are happening in her home. And she's like, "My friend's coming over to cleanse the house today," and I'm just like, it's really hard
yeah.
for me not to be like, "Oh my
I actually,
god."
to be honest, I like shortly after our ghost
Yep.
stream from BBG, I had
you
my
bought yourself-
place blessed and smudged.
You bought yourself a little bit
Sage.
of fucking sage.
And we're like,
I
"Be
bought
gone."
sage. I bought this. I can't remember. I think it's like clementine, whatever.
Yeah.
Like this wood I burned. I got these special candles. I even had somebody like scribble some
Mhm.
like runes or whatever.
Yeah.
Where like if you put a candle on top of this rune and you burn it,
Yeah.
like traps the.
I don't
Like-
believe in any of that shit at
Like
all.
it's
Oh.
just hard because like she was telling me this one time that she was having problems in her home and that she kept having these dreams, and like she felt like her inner spiritual like people needed to get a hold of her and tell her about
yeah.
these things, and I'm just like,
It's not
I'm
no,
like-
no offense to anyone that does
What-
believe in it,
like,
but
I
that,
am so-
that sounds like
I'm-
a psycho.
I am so
psychotic
sorry.
thing.
It's just because I've never had anything happen to me. I just don't believe in that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
it's so hard for me to just
Alexa
go over there
listens.
and be like, oh yeah, okay, like interesting. And I had to keep reassuring her, like I don't believe in that stuff.
Yeah, but like,
Like I try to never make her feel stupid because she obviously does.
Yeah.
But every time I go over there and she talks about it, I'm like,
It is true.
oh my god.
This is a real thing though. Alexa and other things like there
Alexa
are ways
and
that
Siri
if your
and-
mics
and
are
Cortana.
on, they will literally like Cortana and them. Like you'll just be like you and me will be having dinner and I'll be like, God damn, dude, I would really love some like Domino's pizza. And then the next time you get on your computer, it'll be like, have you been wanting Domino's?
Oh
Like,
my
and stuff
god,
like
that
that.
time
Oh,
that you said something and your phone tried to call your dead grandmother.
That was on stream.
that was Galaxy.
Oh my
yeah.
Yeah,
God.
on BBG.
And they're like,
my
fuck you, Galaxy.
phone. Like we were talking about spirits that day too. Like
Yes.
we were
Yeah.
talking about ghosts and spirits. That's the only time I was ever like.
And you never even said like grandma or your grandma's name. It's just like,
No.
you want to talk to your
We-
grandma?
yeah, we
You're
were
like,
just
call
talking
Grandma
about it.
Annie.
And it was like calling, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn that off.
I try to look at things rationally, and like with the thing last night with the Netflix and just playing, I'm just like, maybe the button just got stuck or
No,
something.
it's just a computer glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean,
I
I tell myself that too, just
I
to make me feel
try.
comfortable.
See, I told
like-
myself that, but I believe it.
I like when something happens, I'm like that's not supposed to happen. I'll go, I'm sure there's a scientific reason why that happened, and try to move on with my day.
I do it all the time,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
believe it.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
I when I'm walking, because one of the things that I think all humans have this, like when you're walking through your house in the dark, it feels like something's behind you.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I, as someone that don't believe in ghosts and stuff, I still get that feeling.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like in the middle of the night going out to the bathroom, I'll still
think
kinda
they-
like,
I think they said somebody said the reason why that feeling is because like there's something in your mind or whatever where like you're in a dark room.
yeah,
It feels more claustrophobic. It feels more closed in,
right.
and you feel like you're in like a smaller place than you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why you get that kind of feeling like maybe something's behind you.
Well, and we're also programmed to like in the dark because we can't see. We're programmed to assume there's danger. Our bodies are programmed.
I'm terrified of the dark.
Yeah, our bodies are programmed. We're not
I always
nocturnal.
have been.
If you're not a
Yeah.
nocturnal animal,
I hate not
Right.
seeing.
yeah, your design, your job is to be afraid in the dark because that's how you stayed alive
My eyes
as
play
your
tricks
ancestors.
on me. It's like there's a shadow. It's like, no, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But I'm scared because I've always been afraid of the dark.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm afraid of things. but not afraid of stuff like that at all.
You're just not afraid of like the normal monster
I'll
ghost shit.
I'll get on a Ouija board, cut my fingers, drop some
Oh,
blood
no.
on there.
I won't do that
Fucking-
shit.
do
Watch
the
that
play the
Veronica
midnight game.
movie.
Yeah, like I'm not
Mm-mm.
afraid of any
Veronica.
of that
Oh
shit.
Yeah.
my god. All
Well,
right.
that's not for me. So yeah, we'll be talking a little bit about conspiracies. We'll probably hit the ones
What's the best for you?
we've talked about on BBG. We'll probably hit some of the famous ones, but we'll also do our best to find some new ones.
Sleep paralysis actually is like I find that really. I've been getting it. I have told Cal. I've been having pretty bad sleep paralysis lately. Have you ever had an episode of that?
Oh yeah,
What
It
is
really.
it's when you're.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's when you go to sleep, and then say like you wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, but you can't move at all. Like the only thing you can really move is your eyes,
Yeah.
and you're just like trapped inside your mind, and you're like,
What?
move your arm,
Usually
move your
it's
arm.
almost always accompanied by delusions and.
Oh, when you were telling me that
nightmares.
you were having the nightmares
Yeah,
and you
so
woke up and you thought there was somebody at the end of
I've
your
been
bed.
having these.
Yeah.
I don't believe in ghosts or any of that, so I'm okay. But these last couple months, I've been having, especially when I was working night shifts.
Yeah.
I was having severe sleep paralysis where I'd wake up and to the point of where I'd try to reach out my hands because like there were these horrific monsters trying to reach out and get me, and I would try to like block it, and then I would finally kind of snap out and be like, Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah.
I've never
A lot of
had this.
people describe it as either something beside the bed or at the end of the bed.
yeah.
A lot of people also describe it as feeling somebody on top of them. If like on top of their legs and their arms, and you can't move. And like Musty Bruce says that it's between REM and deep sleep.
Right.
So you're also kind of in that state where you're like dreaming, and so you don't
It
know if you're
comes-
like putting that monster on you
Right.
or if it really is there.
It comes from like our defense mechanism so that your body paralyzes itself when you sleep so that you don't roll off the bed and things like that. Like
Right.
you only roll over and wake up in between cycles. But if you wake up while that's happening, you literally cannot move no matter how hard you
Weird.
try.
I've
And
never.
it's like for me it's the end of the bed. It feels like there's something tall at the end of the bed looking over me, like reaching over me. But I just like let that go and then roll over and go back to sleep.
Thanks for that host. Bye bye.
After we're getting off.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be talking about conspiracies in the future. We'll talk about creepypasta, dark web. I did want to touch a little bit. There's like the little like kind of conspiracy going on with one of the princes in England who got married recently.
Yeah,
I
you
can't.
told me a little about this. Yeah.
I think it's Harry or something. There's a video some guy like did on his DVR where he's like, I was just looking in the crowd or watching this guy's wife's face, which they recently got married, but like her face just doesn't move. Like it's just like it looks like a mannequin. Like the head moves and like it turns to like smile and whatever, but like the face doesn't move at all. And so a lot of people are saying like she's either a lizard or an
I'm gonna
android
have to
or
watch this.
I like a
got
living
90 bucks
mannequin.
that She just had too much Botox.
No, it
Botox
really looks like somebody
paralyzed your
took like a mask of her and
Right.
just put it
That's what I'm saying. Have
on.
you ever seen someone that has had too much Botox?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
like paralyzes their face.
Yeah.
They can't smile. Like they're like.
You
they're
think
kinda,
so?
Like, stuck in
But they
this,
can
like-
still like move their eyes though, right?
They can move their eyes and they can move like kind of like a little bit, but they like
Yeah.
their face like they can't like do this. They can't
Yeah,
like
and they drill a
show-
lot
yeah,
too.
they're kinda stuck in this like
Yeah.
paralytic state, and it's kind of that's probably the rational explanation. But hey, maybe it's an android. What the fuck do I know?
I don't know.
I'll
Maybe
watch
it's
My
a it's
whole
a
job on the
glitch in the
conspiracy-
matrix.
Yeah, when we talk about conspiracies, I'm always trying to be like, no,
To
no,
debunk 'em.
no, yeah, like,
Yeah. That's usually how it goes. Is he's the one who bunks them. I'm the one who believes them. Obviously, I don't really believe them in real life,
Thing.
but
That sounds like your worst nightmare.
Yeah, I already did. I already did.
That would literally be terrifying. See, but that's why. So
Jesus.
everyone else that's afraid of ghosts and stuff like that would be like, nope, and like turn on the light. And when I see shit
Yeah.
like that, like or imagine it, I'm just like,
that's
roll
me.
over, just roll
usually
over, and be
me.
like, nope, just go to bed.
Something bugs me. Something wakes me up. I'm like, all right, I gotta turn my fucking 6-inch TV on, light this candle. And
See, the only thing I'm ever afraid of, like, if there's anything I'm afraid of in the dark, it's actually turning something on. Because I'm always positive that if I turn something on, there's something there.
But you're gonna
So
see
instead,
it.
I'm just gonna leave everything dark. Like, so if there's something in the corner, I'm just gonna walk by it.
Put your head under the covers.
Everyone knows covers protects you from spirits.
I used to always believe that.
Makes me
Blanket
feel
will
more,
protect-
more safe.
But then then there was like the time where I feel like something like grabbed my leg and tried to pull me off the bed, and I'm like, well, my blanket was on. Why didn't it stop it? You know, like crazy.
I'm sorry, you've had something grab your leg and pull you off the bed,
Try to. I mean, obviously I'm 400 pounds, so they're not gonna get very far.
but you had that experience. Were you sleep paralyzed?
I wouldn't say paralyzed. I was just like in like dead sleep, and then all of a sudden I'm
like the
woken up
middle
to
of-
my
like in The
leg being
Conjuring?
jerked off.
Like in The
Kinda.
Conjuring, where they get their feet yanked?
Yeah, yeah. Like, I'll be curled up in a ball
Don't lie.
in the fetal position, and I'll be dead asleep. All of a sudden, my leg will just like fucking try to jet off the bed, but then it gets stopped because the weight of my rest of my body is
Maybe you just have
anchoring me to the
that's just a
bed.
myoclonic jerk.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be just me just
It's a
subconsciously
myoclonic
doing
jerk.
it.
That's what we're going with.
But it still scares you.
Although that's what the doctor always says in the scary movie right before something
Yeah.
terrible happens.
Yeah.
You're
Nothing
just
to
doing
worry
that.
about.
You're doing it subconsciously. You're not aware of doing it. But you're the guy who's like, I don't want to turn on the lights because then I'll see the fucking thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just lucky. I've never been afraid of supernatural shit. Just never
Yeah.
have been. I don't believe in it, so I'm not afraid of it.
I always liked watching like Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters when they have a guest on who's like a skeptic and he's
yes.
like I don't believe in this shit. Of course I'll walk around in the dark with you guys.
Yeah.
And then like a fucking door slams and all of a sudden he goes from I don't believe this shit
Yeah.
to oh my god I'm
Unwind.
fucking terrified.
I have one good story to tell before we start getting ready to wrap up. So the other night, I like going for walks like at night. I
Yeah.
like the dark personally,
Oh,
and we go out to those of you that are not very many of you from here, but a few of you are. We have the park over near 33rd and
South.
South. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the path.
Yeah.
I took Tay out there and we were just like walking, just walking,
Yep.
and she's terrified of the dark. So we got
Yeah.
the flashlight, and she's like, everywhere because she's really afraid of the dark. I'm not even
Yeah.
making fun. She's legitimately afraid of the dark. She's looking everywhere, and I'm like, "Oh, quit! There's nothing there, nothing there." And she's like, "I saw something. I saw something off in the distance there." And I'm like, "You did not." She's like, "I swear to God, I saw something." And I grab the light, and I'm like, "Look, there's nothing there." And right in this big, scary, dark bush, there's just two big ass eyes.
I was
Oh, yeah.
terrified.
It was like a raccoon or a
Oh, yeah.
fox or a cat or
A
something.
possum or
But
something.
it was too far apart to be a possum. It's definitely like
Like
probably
an
like,
owl.
yeah, like not a human. It was shiny, so but like
Yeah.
two eyes in the darkness. And I was like, oh shit, there is something.
He didn't believe me.
And then it was like rustling around a little bit. And I was like, let's
Yeah.
just keep walking. But I just felt so bad. 'Cause I'm like, oh, shut up. There's nothing over. Oh shit.
There's nothing of oh my god. Yeah.
It just cracked me up.
That
It just
sounds
reminded me
funny.
of like when you said like no one ever believes in them. I didn't. I was like, there's nothing there. Your mind's playing tricks.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be talking about stuff like that on top of our normal stuff
A
that we
little bit of
talk
everything.
about.
A little bit of everything.
Let's do a quick ambush interview and then we'll get out of here. How about
Okay.
good?
All right.
Okay.
What's the first ambush question? Oh, you didn't plan the ambush interview?
No, I was just joking about it, but you guys were like
Oof.
into it when we started, so I was like, I guess I have to do
It's
it.
always like I feel like it's always weird questions that they have to answer on the spur of the moment, like Italian sausage or breakfast sausage.
Breakfast.
Oh, you heard it here. Cal likes sausage in her mouth.
Cal likes big sausage pizza.
Oh my
Yes, I
god,
do.
dude! I can't even talk about that. I can't even bigssausagepizza.com.
Yeah.
I would love to get sponsored by those guys. That would be. A
You
great
should get
sponsorship.
sponsored. You should try to get that.
Put that right under my other sponsorships. All
What's
right.
with the one butt picture?
Oh.
I butt shamed her about it. That was me.
You butt shamed her like after she posted it.
yeah, and then I decided that wasn't a good thing.
Well,
Like-
it wasn't okay. So I had posted the one because I was wearing some really nice underwear, and I don't usually feel really good about my body, and so I posted a picture of my butt in underwear and in my bra and everything. It showed like all my stretch marks and everything, and I basically wrote out this whole thing saying how like I look good and like it's the first time that I ever did. And then like I posted another picture that was very much more risque, like like you could almost see like my nipples kind of. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Nick said something. He's like, I don't like my girlfriend.
I was like, I don't like
naked
that.
pictures. And so I took everything down. And
But-
then
yeah.
I reposted the butt
Yeah,
one, and
'cause
I
it
was
was a
like,
little
I shouldn't feel bad about my body at all.
You should not feel bad about your
No.
body, and it was an overreaction, especially since I'm kind of a
Yeah,
weirdo
exactly.
anyway. So I
Yeah,
And
have
you're
since
since,
we
like-
have pictures of me out there anyway.
right, I have since apologized and told her that of course she can post.
Yeah,
Then
you're
I'm
just,
okay with her
you're
posting
just the
anything.
jealous boyfriend for a little bit.
Yeah,
You're
and I'm
like, what are you trying to do? Get them boys lining up?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm not
basically.
a jealous person. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm not jealous. I
But
tell
that
you
was like
what.
the first time that I saw like he was a little jealous
Right,
about what happened.
I just am
Yeah.
not jealous.
He's
so
like
it
you're
was weird.
attention seeking, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's cool.
He's like,
you know?
how do you expect me to go official with this stream if you're out here putting butt pictures on
And he's
Instagram?
Better.
like, he's fucking like promoting himself and his body on stream all the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the deal with
He's
that.
like sitting there on the stream, like he's like, yeah, my girl's curvy, I love her, and blah blah blah. How are you about to put butt pictures on your Instagram?
Yeah, there's an actual. If you guys don't follow Purple Owl Eater on Instagram, you're missing out on a butt picture. I don't know how far you have to scroll to get to it. It's still on there.
I think it's
right?
like
Yeah, it is.
4 or 5 rows down.
Oh, Court's like
like, no.
yeah, Court's like 7th row, 3rd from the right.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, you just literally made me lol. You lol, made me lol.
So,
Mhm.
all right, guys. Well, looks like we're at.
Oh, that's the
Wait,
one.
you
You
got- I
asked
feel
one
like you at
question.
least-
I feel
yeah, I
like
think-
you're like,
Oh.
oh, gotta ask all these questions.
I feel like you should get at
Oh,
least
am I
one.
supposed to have more questions?
I don't know. I
Okay.
didn't know this was a real thing. I'm cool with
Um,
the one question. I don't
are you a furry?
know.
You know what a furry? You know.
I know what a furry is,
Okay.
but I'm not.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think of questions.
Though there are some pretty hot furries out there. Nick showed me a few from
I
like,
actually
Whoa, whoa,
like
don't make
furries.
me look
like
like
the
the furry.
pandas from WoW.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Mists of
Yeah, the sexy pandas are
A couple
pretty.
of sexy pandas from Mists of
Yep.
Pandaria.
Yeah. There's a couple. You have a Musically?
I don't use it.
You don't have Musically?
I don't know what that is.
It's basically like Vine, only
Yeah.
No, I have no idea what that is.
everyone steals the same sound bites.
Oh, it's actually you were close. It's 10th row, first picture on
Oh,
the left.
I was
we
just-
found it.
10th row picture on the left.
But yeah, there's a lot of furries on Musically. Pretty cool. Well, there's cool ones and then there's hot ones. So
I don't understand the funny thing about like furries as like a realistic like thing is like I don't know how it works so well in animated form and is so weird in like real life. Like
Yeah.
the guys that dress up like furries and go to the park and like have sex. I'm like, what did I just watch? Like what
Yeah.
just happened?
yeah,
That gets
No,
real
I'm
weird.
not-
I
I'm
get
not-
furries. I feel like if I was younger, I could probably be into furries.
Mm.
Like just how like I just slipped into like the emo category.
Yeah.
I feel like if furries were like a really big thing back then, it would be something I would slip into.
Yeah.
So I don't really judge furries.
I don't
I know there's like this like
I
thing
don't
where
judge
like
anybody
all they
for
do
any
is get
sort of
together
thing.
and have sex with each other.
What's that?
Like that's the stigma with furries.
yeah.
Oh, is it?
Is they get together and have furry sex.
Well, I mean, they kind of do. If that's the kind of furry they are.
But I feel like that's like the one thing they all like try
Most-
to reassure everyone is like, we don't just
Yeah.
do that.
Most people that are legitimate furries just look at porn on the internet like skeeves like the rest of the world. That's all
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
Look up some weird furry sites.
Okay.
Nothing weird about that at all.
Kalhaya, hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hamburgers.
Oh wait, is brats an option? Because brats are. I'd rather have a hamburger than
I'd
a
rather-
hot dog, but I'd rather have a brat
Brat-
than a hamburger.
No, I'd rather have a brat. I hate hot dogs, so obviously hamburger.
Like you don't like the taste of hot dogs? Like
No,
the-
I like hot dogs fine,
no,
but
I just
I like brats more.
isn't this supposed to be my questionnaire, not
No,
yours?
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
it's not
Nick's
Kalhaya
over here,
and Nick's.
brats, please.
brats, big ol' brat.
If you're offering, I'll take. Vasquez says corn dogs.
I do love corn dogs.
Let's see.
You just mad?
What about if you had a choice between a brat and a steak?
kind of steak?
I think it's
Like what cut? A juicy ribeye.
Oh, they're gonna go top sirloin.
Brat. I don't like fat.
Oh, you don't like? Okay.
If I go with a
Like sirloin?
Yeah, she would need a sirloin.
Yeah. Then a steak.
Okay.
No fat.
Sirloin or chicken?
Are they all just about food?
I'm hungry.
your ambush question is all food.
Grilled or like, I guess it just depends. I like them both. So
What about boiled?
Boiled chicken?
Boiled chicken.
What the
fuck is
What happened to this ambush interview?
Is that a terrible ambush? You have no questions for me?
I have all.
Yeah.
I know everything about you. I can't think of
Yeah,
any
but you don't
ambush.
want anything for me to answer on stream?
What's your favorite music?
all mine are
genre?
inappropriate.
My favorite music
Yes.
is punk and metal, probably.
Yeah,
Punk,
I can only
metal.
think of inappropriate things to ever ask anyone.
Yeah,
I'm
of
trying
course.
to avoid the
That's the best
inappropriate
one.
I know
ones.
that's like my whole life. Takes like every
No, bring them on.
yeah every 10 minutes on my stream it's orgy this orgy that. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to be good on this podcast because I'm apparently everyone knows that I'm.
Are you a Democrat or a Republican?
Democrat. I'm a liberal.
A liberal Democrat.
Liberal.
Did you vote?
Yes.
Who'd you vote for?
Hillary.
Okay.
Fuck Trump.
Did you? I can't think of
He's like,
Yeah.
and now what's your favorite type of cheesecake?
What's your New York style?
Do you like New York cheesecake or?
What's your favorite podcast?
I guess we could have.
Never mind podcast.
I guess we could have had like we should have had somebody do the questions like.
Oh yeah, we could do a quick Q and
Yeah.
A for the
We should have done
chat.
a Q&A
Y'all can ask me
instead.
questions.
That's what we should have done.
Let's get this Q and A started in the chat.
I hope it still turns out to be about food.
That'd be
Does
hilarious.
anybody have any questions for Cal? AMA, yo. AMA. Or I guess AHA. I'm saying it.
Night out at a club or cozy night in? Cozy
Oh,
night
yeah.
in.
All the time.
Yeah, I would say. Okay, where would you like the vacation? Heels or flats?
Flats.
Mm-hmm.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and
What
boots
is
and
your my
cats and boots
glasses
and
prescription?
That's a weird
I
one.
have what is it called?
Astigmatism.
Stigmatism?
Astigmatism in my left eye, so it's really fucked. But I don't know. These prescriptions are 3 years old.
I know. I have mine written down at home because I just got it.
Cats or dogs?
Ooh, I love them both, but probably dogs because
That's my
more
girl.
they're better companions.
Cats are the worst companions.
I
except
have-
for
But
your
This
cat.
kitty.
I have 3 cats, and I would say I'd rather have a dog because they shit outside.
I love dogs. I've never owned a dog, and the first time I met Nick, he had a dog, and Claire is just the best.
Will you marry
oh,
me?
Emily, will I marry you?
I'd
Do
watch
you,
th-
do
I'd
you
watch
wanna
that
marry
porn.
me?
Can we stream that?
I would watch that porn.
Okay, where
Emily's pretty hot.
Yeah.
for vacations would you like to do? Like a beach destination vacation, or would you just like go to some city?
It's hard because I really want to visit New York someday, but I would not mind going back to Florida. Like, I've been to the beach in Florida, and it's
Yeah.
beautiful. But honestly, I really want to go to Ireland. I really want to go to
Be
Ireland.
fun.
Oh, that sounds. I've been to New York. It's great.
Just this guy's priorities straight.
Just a little warning though. Have you ever been to the rainforest at the zoo in Omaha?
Yeah, everyone's been there.
Yeah.
You know that smell?
Yeah.
That
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
it's that plus like week-old trash everywhere in New York.
In New York, I know you've been there.
It was not. It was kind of a smelly place.
really?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there was like just
Weird.
trash on the street
Well,
all
there's
the
so
time.
many people.
Yeah, but like you'll be walking down the street and all of a sudden you're like every other block is like a barrier of like trash bags.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre actually.
Weird.
Like literally walls of
Yeah.
trash. It's weird.
Like they're as tall as the cars that are parked along the streets. So
Some of them were so tall. I'm like, how do they even get that to stack like that? Like
exactly,
it's like
they're
some
like
sort of
pro
game.
stackers down there.
Yes.
But I mean, other than that, I loved New York. Like, it's so awesome. You should
Masochist
definitely.
says, come visit him.
He'd love that.
Disney World or MGM Studios.
Those would be a tough choice. It's like a movie company. It's like Universal kind
Who
of.
makes what
It's the Lion.
the Lion?
Rawr.
They have a casino.
Mm-hmm.
Probably MGM. I liked it. Oh wait.
No,
Okay. Sorry.
Harry Potter World, yo.
Sorry. I guess I read it wrong. I mean, I've been to Disney World. I like Disney World, but I have no idea what MGM Studios is.
I think
never
maybe
heard
Bye
of it.
Bye's talking about Universal because that's where Harry
Oh
Potter's
yes,
at.
Universal
Right, but that's part of
Studios.
Disneyland still.
Disney World, baby.
Oh, is it? I didn't know Disney had a hand in Harry Potter.
Well, no, I mean, but Disney World and Universal, they're like right on top of each other, right?
They're
Maybe
like
they're not?
near each other, yeah.
Are they not right next to each other? Is it just Universal?
Jay.
What's Universal tied to?
I'm not sure.
I eat purple owls.
Boo.
I eat purple owl.
Always gotta go there.
Well, he set me up.
That's
It was
true.
a setup. That's entrapment.
Get him, Nick. I had one more, but then I lost it. Gas or battery?
What?
What?
Would you rather have a gas-powered car or a battery car?
I mean, battery is better for the environment, but there's not a lot of good cars that run on battery.
Tesla's getting there.
So
Tesla's
I
there.
guess
My
gas for
Fusion's pretty
now until
cool.
They can make better cars with batteries.
All right, is that it? Chris Hansen enters the room.
Would you rather have to announce to everybody around you whenever you have to fart or pee your pants daily?
I kind of already say that myself.
I would probably tell everybody, be like, sorry bros, I have to fart.
I don't know. I literally all the time on stream say, "Oh my god, I'm gonna pee my pants," or "I have to go. I have to pee." Like I already
Probably
kind
fart.
of.
I'll be like, just fair warning, I'm gonna fart. Because I would not want to pee my pants, especially since like this is fun.
Jay's got a
This is
Tesla.
fun information, but like I used to wet the bed all the time as like a kid up until
I still wet the bed.
I was like 17, 18 because I just have a terrible bladder. So yes, I do not want to pee my pants. It's too much PTSD.
Oh,
Yeah.
Masochist is hitting
I
on
get
your
you.
wife. You gotta watch out.
Oh, is he? He's trying to get her in the Discord.
He's like, "Hey, baby, you, me, Discord."
Yeah, so fun fact, I used to be a bedwetter till I was like basically in college because I had a problem.
Right, but that's.
I had to
mean,
take
yeah,
pills for him, but then as soon as I left my parents' home, everything was fine. As soon as I went to college, so I don't know if it was a stress thing or what, because I did not care for being at my home.
Yeah.
But I read a lot of things that said that bedwetting is caused to stress
I
or
can have
apparently
friends.
Molestation.
molestation.
Yep, you were getting molested. Sorry about it.
Oh, you have any other questions, Nick? Any more questions in the chat?
Yeah, we did talk about Anthem, Jay, a little bit. No, man, I'm set. I'm ready to go eat lunch.
Yeah, let's.
What do you mean lunch? We had pizza.
I'm ready to eat dinner.
Yeah, it's probably
Second-
dinner
I
time
meant
now.
second lunch.
Second lunch.
Supper, then dinner.
Well, as long as
Taco
it's
Bell
like
should do that.
Fourth
You know how
meal.
Taco Bell had like second dinner or whatever, like
yeah, fourth meal.
fourth meal in the middle of the night. They should do a second dinner.
Yeah,
campaign.
I want first dinner, second dinner, supper, tea time. I want Hobbit food times.
We need inappropriate questions.
Would you rather
Really
eat the
eat-
same meal for the rest of your life or never use Instagram again?
Probably just eat the same meal.
Yeah.
Wait,
Depending
wait,
on
do I get to pick a
depend on
meal?
if I get to pick the meal, then yes.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, no, I don't give a shit about Instagram.
I do love Instagram though.
I barely use it.
You can
That's,
use. You can
that's
just
also
use
why I'm letting your girlfriend run our Instagram.
Yeah, she runs my Instagram.
Emily says text her, we'll go get Asian food.
I was just saying that how I wanted to go back to that Korean place, but
Yeah.
I feel too white. Like
What Korean place?
I can't remember what it was
Oh,
called.
I don't remember either.
But-
she
Is
would
it here in
know.
town?
Bye Bye took us to or Bew Bew. It's Bew Bew.
I thought
Is it
was
Bibi or Bye Bye?
Yeah, Pew Pew, like a laser
Yeah.
sound. Pew
Oh.
Pew took. Do I have to say it like that every time?
Yes, you
Pew
do.
Pew took us to a Korean restaurant, but it didn't feel as weird because she's Korean, and it didn't feel like super shitty to be there with like someone.
Yummy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but like if I go there by myself, I've wanted to go. I love sriracha, but like if I go, I just look like a fucking tourist, and I don't want to
Yeah,
look like a
yeah.
Oh,
tourist.
yeah.
Like
Is it here in town?
No, it's it's
It
here in
is here in
town.
town. It's 70th
Out-
and
Yeah, way
Fayetteville,
out
Oregon.
there, somewhere out southeast or
It's
something.
70th.
I was going to ask you guys about how was the buffet?
It was
Oh
great.
my god, I could go back.
I know. I ate a
That
lot
was
of
very-
I
curry.
could legit go back if you and Julie want to go.
We
Yeah,
can't
let's
afford
do
to
it.
go. We have to save
If
some
it's
money.
me and you, I have the 20.
Maybe we'll start a little like donation campaign here.
Dude, do you know how much money
Buffet
a lot of the people here can vouch for? Do you know how much money we made like in the last 2 weeks of people donating for dinners?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell 'em
Chipotle for
donated
two.
it.
We had at least 3 or
Once
4
or
dinners
twice.
bought for us, like
Yeah.
$60 to $80 donated in the last
Yeah.
2 weeks while we were starving.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, people are kind, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like, yeah, here's like $20. Tay, go get some lunch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
pretty
Ryan
cool.
was like, here's $15. Go get yourself Chipotle, but not you, Nix.
Yeah, but not for Nick.
Not for Nick.
That's for you.
All right, guys. Well, we're nearing 3 hours
We're
here.
going.
Wow,
we'll go
we
get some
are.
Korean
It's
food.
like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So-
did the podcast too long.
Big thanks to Kalhaya for being our first guest. I'm sure we'll see you.
Also, is there
More
any,
in the
do you have any
future?
requirements for guests? Like theoretically,
Do they have
do
to
we
be a
want to
certain
have
age
do we
or,
want to have a
like-
raffle? Like, would you want to bring in viewers as guests? Like, would you want to
Yeah,
do?
I mean, I'm pretty open to whatever.
We should
really.
wait. We probably will start taking on more guests after the move because
Yeah.
we'll set up everything. Because right now we have to kind of set up everything on the day of. We don't have a whole lot of time to
Yeah.
sync up. But in 2 or 3 weeks, was it?
Yeah, probably like 2 or 3 shows.
Yeah.
July
in a couple
13th
more
will be
shows,
moved
you'll have the
on.
new setup going. And at that point, we might take on like Skype called guests where we can like have have the scene ready for that.
I was actually thinking about making like a kind of like a segment a little bit where like you and I can do a show, and then at a certain point we can go, okay, now we're taking calls.
Yeah, because
And we can, like, tweet out
with
the-
the new toy, with this new toy, if we go to the 2 directional mics like this,
Yeah.
we can you can run like a monitor out of it, and we can actually listen to everything that's going on, and like real podcasters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, can we just take
So-
a second and appreciate this lovely cat?
Yes.
He's so
Fly
cute.
me out
Though
there.
nobody can see the kitty, but there's a kitty here.
There's a 30-pound
So cute.
orange tabby cat. I'm sure you're losing circulation in your leg.
Yep.
Hey.
I kind of am.
And he's like, take me home. They don't feed me enough.
It was still a fun show. So yeah, thank you for coming on and being a guest, Cal.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Cal. You're always welcome here. You can always come back.
And if anyone else is interested in being a guest in a couple weeks, maybe we'll start.
Yeah, let us know. We have you can let us know on our Twitter. You can let us know on the fan page on Facebook. Comments in the Instagram, I suppose.
Yeah, anywhere. Most of them are in my Discord.
Go
Or-
follow me. For
Yeah.
that butt picture.
Get that butt picture.
But more importantly, follow Nix_it on Twitch.
And follow KingCord1 on Twitter. And you can follow me on Twitch, but there's nothing there. I mostly just host Nick.
I'm not saying not to go follow King Cord and Cal, but follow me first.
And then me second. Please.
Fuck all of you.
I don't have any butt pictures on my Twitch though, so
Oh, and and I'm also announcing I'm going to be starting my cosplay Instagram where I
Oh,
cosplay
yeah.
Final Fantasy costumes.
sexy
Sexy, like-
cosplay.
So
Love
when we get that
cosplay.
going, I'll let you know, and you guys can go follow that. That'll be
You
great.
could do a Far Cry Primal series where you're just wearing a loincloth and wearing
And, like, a
have bow
spear.
and arrow and a spear.
There you go. I'd love that.
Or
That would be so funny to actually do.
know.
Like,
what if I
that'd be so
did
much
like
fun.
what if I did a cosplay where it's just like a mic hanging off of me, like me like on the podcast all the time? You think people will get that?
I have no clue.
Oh, okay.
A little over their heads, maybe.
Maybe. All right, so thanks for showing up. We live stream every Sunday at 1, or at least we try to. Hopefully when we get to the new place, we'll just be on time all the time. We're always having to set up and do technical
Yeah.
difficulties and shit.
Doing the triple mic setup took a lot longer.
Triple mics and the triple camera. But we'll get a hang of it, and when we get to the new place, like we said, it'll be easy. All we'd have to do is show up and start the stream. But we stream on there Sundays at 1 p.m. We are talking about maybe making another, like, maybe Friday or something where we can just stream for an hour.
Yeah.
It'd be like Q&As. Could be just me playing Detroit or something. I don't know. But trying to get that affiliation with Twitch. So, and they say we're like an hour short. So
Yeah.
Sundays, 1 p.m. Central Time here on twitch.tv, the Nevermind. You can also find the recording of this video on YouTube. at the Nevermind Podcast, and we also have the SoundCloud where the sound file of this video and of the live stream will be on. Takes a while. It probably is going to be on SoundCloud the day after, just because it takes forever to render it. So
Yeah.
thanks for coming. Thanks for being in the chat. Thanks for all the follows. Make sure you tell your friends. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you smash that bell on the YouTube thingy. And come back next Sunday at 1 p.m. where we're probably going to be talking about the conspiracies and like creepy
Who knows?
shit.
Yeah, something good.
Thanks for coming, guys.
All right, have a good day.
Have a beautiful day.